Hello everybody and welcome to the newest episode of the Shadow of the Silvermane with surprisingly little Silvermane involved, but still. The usual reminder, dear viewers, this episode is posted on Skoll Shorties channel. The episode after that shall be posted on Sir Thompshire's channel, all our links are in the description below, and the one after that shall be posted on my channel, Teeironor, again links in the description, etc, etc. Before we go into what happened last time and where we left off, I'm gonna ask these lovely people to, as usual, briefly introduce themselves and their characters. I've rolled some dice in the background, and the dice have decided that Zelris should go ahead and introduce herself and her character first. Can you please go ahead, Zelris?
Hi, my name is Zelris. I play Lyri, the teleporting blood elf who has found herself in a new situation alone, and hopefully it goes okay.
Hopefully it does go okay. We'll see. Thank you very much, Zelris. Next would be the very owner of the channel you all are watching this on, Skoll. Can you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Yes, I can. Hello, I am Skoll Shorties, and I am playing the Ogre Captain Pirate Buhd, who is currently in another storm, a place that he did not want to go to, but because his ogres got ogre napped, he is here, and he's gonna have a good old dragon time, I guess.
The merchandise got stolen. Let's use the correct terminology here. But thank you very much, Skoll. Sorry. Thank you, Skoll. Thank you. And next, according to the dice, we would have DoomGoblin. Can you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Yeah, hello. I play Captain Bladebeard, a dwarf pirate, who now has a very interesting item in his possession, a magical deck of cards that do... I don't know what they do, but I bet it's gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Thank you very much, DoomGoblin. And next, we would have Sir Thompshire. Can you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Sure. As always, I'll be playing Benjamin Aaran, the dimensioning traveling sellsword that will soon become a dragon tamer. Yeah.
Bit optimistic here, but sure. Thank you very much, Thompshire. So, before we go into what happened, before we go into events proper, actually, dear Skoll, as the owner of the channel you all are watching this on, would you care to remind our audience what happened last time?
Yes, I can. Finding themselves separated, our party's situation continues to get even more complicated. Sin, Lyri, and Bersaro, and now in a Sun Fury holdout in Another Storm, discussed matters with her companion, Dracius Fellhawk, and joined up with another blood elf, the warlock Myrina. Am I saying that right?
Myrina. But Myrina sounds cooler.
Their mission was to waylay and, if need be, kill a team of scryers from Shatra City, who were inspecting the nearby area. This assignment immediately got off on a bad start due to the disagreements between Lyri and Myrina, as well as another dragon attack scattering the party. Wandering alone, Lyri stumbled upon an ethereal search party and quickly used her remaining arcane dust to teleport herself somewhere in the Eastern Kingdoms. As for the Stormwind group, they left the necromancer Satea's lair via the underground tunnels, intent on returning to the ogre compound to pick up John and them all. Once returned to the surface, however, Captain Bladebeard received a call directly from the Nexus Lord Teeironor. The ethereal informed our hero that the communication cube they used also served as a listening device, and that he had sent a team to retrieve the merchandise, Buhd's ogres, promising a sufficient compensation in return. True enough, our heroes discovered a group of strange Stormwind guards leaving the ogre compound. While Bladebeard tailed them and found that they were heading for the Deep Run tram, Benjamin, Aaran, and Captain Buhd discovered that the ogres and Tamal were missing, and John was barricaded inside one of the rooms. The two also stumbled upon a strange deck of cards emanating an immense amount of magic, as well as another ethereal communication cube. This one relayed a pre-recorded message from the Nexus Lord, thanking Bladebeard for the merchandise, and explaining the power of the cards and the possibility of extremely positive or extremely negative outcomes upon drawing from the deck. Afterwards, Benjamin and Buhd confronted Bladebeard. The dwarf sensed via unknown presence in his mind that Lyri had just returned to Azeroth, far to the northeast. The party, with Bladebeard having managed to proclaim his innocence, resolved to rescue the ogres from the ethereals, leaving John and Bladebeard's mom and cat behind. They teleported to the Netherstorm with Satea. After facing a Voidwalker, they luckily stumbled upon a wandering Tamal, who explained the dangers and factions of the area. The group decided to head to the nearby Nether Dragon Roost, having been informed that the creatures were once educated by a blue dragon.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Skoll. Now, I think we should first check up on what Lyri's been up to, because, well, to be perfectly frank, we left on a cliffhanger, and I'm sure everyone's curious to see what's up with her. So, Zelris, are you with us?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. While I put some stuff on screen, first off, as you're being teleported and like having teleported yourself, you definitely realize that because of the like haphazard nature of your teleportation, it definitely did not go to your original destination, meaning Silvermoon. And as I mentioned last session, you will know that you would be teleporting to somewhere in the Eastern Kingdoms at random. You don't know yet where, but in the like seconds as you're being teleported, can I ask what's going through Lyri's mind?
Worry, mainly, but I feel like she's semi-confident in herself and her ability to take herself somewhere that isn't here. But she's kind of worried about where she's going to end up. But she doesn't want to be too doubtful in herself because there's no use worrying about it now.
Mm-hmm. Sure thing. I will mention you are currently out of Arcane Dust, though. Something to keep in mind.
Yes, it is something to keep in mind.
So, your situation will probably go from, temporarily at least, from bad to worse. As you like find yourself teleported and open your eyes, first of all, like similar to when you teleported to the Netherstorm, the first thing that you notice isn't something you see, but unlike the Netherstorm, it's something you smell. It smells a lot like Buhd.
Oh no.
If you go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
If you were to look down, you will see that you are in the middle of like a ritual circle, like clearly someone was casting a spell and apparently you're now in the middle of it. And as you look up, you will see these gentlemen rather, looking at you with a very confused expression.
Nuri kind of blinks a few times, praying that she didn't somehow end up somewhere else in Outland or somewhere in Kalimdor.
The one with the hooded head, the left head, I suppose, will say, "Wait, you're not." And the other head will say, "This isn't a succubus. No, I think it's an incubus. No, maybe it's an imp. What are you, demon?"
I am a foul stalker.
First of all,
But,
give me a forceful.
Okay.
You find that you are compelled to tell the truth for an unknown reason.
I'm a blood elf. Lyri kind of stammers out.
Blood elf? Blood elves aren't demons. But this one's a demon, why else would she be there? Fine, what can you do, blood elf?
I can sense powerful magics that no one else can.
The hooded head like strokes their chin, and the other head says, "Well, that's boring. You summoned a boring demon, Golmash. Oh, shut up, Go. What else can you do?"
I can
If you attempt,
become invisible within the blink of an eye.
the two heads once again stroke their chin, and the spiked head, let's say, you say, "Well, that's useless. We're ogres. We don't sneak. Why would we need someone who sneaks?" That's true. You're pretty useless, demon. What else can you do? Can you do laundry? Are you used to feeding prisoners? If you attempt to lie, by the way, I'll need another forceful roll.
Okay.
Alright. Are you good in combat in any way? Look at her, she's all scrawny. What good can she be?
I'm good at combat.
The hooded head once again strokes their chin, and the other head says, that's stupid. If we wanted a combat demon, we'd summon a fell guard or something. I thought I was trying to summon a fell guard. No, this is clearly a succubus. Anyway, alright, succubus, do you have a name?
My name is Sinri.
What? I can't hear.
My name is Sinri.
Give me a forceful again.
Okay. Oh no.
You are compelled to tell the truth.
My name is Sinri.
Weird name. Not a demonic name. Well, what do you know about demonic names anyway? Oh, you shut up. No, you shut up. Ugh. Fine then. Do me a favor, new demon. Go fetch a bucket of food for me, will ya?
Okay. Lyri kind of looks around, blinks twice, and then kind of walks out of the ritual circle.
For an unknown reason to you. Oh fuck, I didn't prepare this ahead of time. But the layout of the ogre mound, you sort of instinctively know it. And I'm gonna post it in our little Discord chat in a moment, if you please. I forgot to download it on my phone. But also, Zelris, Lyri, feel free to ask questions like, why are you in this situation? What's going on? Why are you compelled to obey orders, etc., etc.?
Okay. Why am I in this situation? Why am I compelled to take orders?
Well, which question are you asking?
I'll go with, why am I compelled to take orders?
Give me a clever with your stunt applying.
6.
Judging by your circumstances, and here is the layout of the ogre compound. You are currently in Golgamash's lair. Judging by your circumstances, for whatever reason, at the same time as you were teleporting, you figure that your teleportation spell probably led you to around this area. And at the exact same time, this warlock was casting a summoning ritual, which slightly redirected the spell, and for magical shenanigans reasons, it transformed you into its warlock minion. Currently, you are a demonic minion.
Oh no!
For technical purposes, you're not like an actual demon, but you're like under the same, well, a similar-ish contract as like a summoned imp or something.
Okay. Lyri kind of walks over to, what do you want me to do again? The laundry or something?
Get some food for him.
Get some food. You said I instinctively know where I need to go, right?
You would know that you'd probably need to head to the storage area if you look at
Lyri
the
kind of instinctively heads over to the storage area without kind of realizing why she kind of figures this out.
Which direction are you taking? Because there's two possible pathways.
Oh yeah. Storage area. Okay. She will go through the she'll go through the one without the pit because the pit scares me.
The one without. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You make your way through the tunnels and you hear the sounds of a bunch of ogres. Clearly this isn't just like some lone isolated warlock. And again, the smell of Buhd, I guess, for lack of a better term, is pretty much everywhere. As you make your way through the tunnels and you enter the first ogre sleeping area on the map, you'll first see a bunch of ogres looking at you weirdly, and then this ogre walk up to you and say, "Who you?"
Do I know the name of the person who summoned me?
Yes, Gol Gamosh. Well, technically Gamosh summoned you. They're Gol Gamosh together, but the head of Gamosh summoned you.
Gol Gamosh summoned me to get him some food. Lyri kind of looks at the ground sheepishly.
You don't look like a demon. Yeah, looks like elf. Looks like elf, the ogres whisper to each other.
They must have used a weird glyph or something.
They look at you in silence, except for this like head ogre who says, "And where would you know of glyphs, little thing? Not sure how to call you."
Demons love glyphs. Yeah.
Well, bring me some food too. Above board, you're not compelled to follow this guy's orders.
Okay. Lyri just kind of nods and tries to leave the sleeping area.
Yeah, the ogres part to make way for you, but you clearly see like very curious looks, like you've definitely drawn the attention of everyone. This is a very unusual demon. Also, again, feel free to like ask me questions or anything like that.
I guess this is karma for knocking all those ogres around in Arathi. That's tough luck. Lyri, can I ask you, like, where exactly is Lyri? Like, if she knows this area, does she know like anything outside of it, or just this little bit?
Oh, you mean like in the okay?
Like, if I know the like this whole like area, do I know like what's outside of it, or just this like confined little bit?
You would know what you more or less need to know for your current assignment. If your master orders you to go outside to do something, you'll know about the outside.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Okay. Do you head to what's the fighting pit on the map?
Yes, Lyri heads to the fighting pit on the map.
Mm-hmm. In there, you see some ogres like gathered around, talking to each other. You get the inkling that they might be like placing bets on something. Fair to assume on what. And once again, you draw attention as you go through the pit, and several ogres, like this will happen several times. Some ogres will ask you who you, or you look tasty, or stuff like that. What do you like respond to them?
She just kind of responds that they need to take it up with Golgamosh, I guess.
Sure.
If they want to eat her or whatever, I don't know.
That would be enough to like get most of them to back off. Golgamosh is clearly, you get the inkling that he is the leader of this group of ogres.
Mm-hmm. So, Lyri's kind of thinking to herself about how she can possibly escape this horrible curse.
Give me a clever with your stunt applying.
Okay. Lyri's current idea is maybe she can be unsummoned somehow, but okay, 5.
I will say that you will be able to roll again in the future, but like a bit later, if that makes sense, okay?
Mm-hmm.
As for your current roll, a 5, well, you know that you can be removed if you are unsummoned, but that still keeps your connection to the warlock. You can also break free of the contract if you're more powerful than the warlock, which with a force level of 0 you're not. There's also like ways to like get out of it. Like you think, how do you get rid of demons? Oh yeah, people usually kill them and demons reform in the Twisting Nether. Wait, I can't reform the Twisting Nether.
Okay.
That's what I can tell you with your current roll, but you'll be able to roll again in the future, okay?
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
The storage area, when you enter, it smells even more foul. You clearly get the inkling that ogres don't really have the notion of like salting meat or whatever. Like spoiled food is left together with fresh food and it creates an entire mess. Your master told you to bring him something to eat. You're compelled to follow that order. How you follow it is up to you, more or less. I will mention that you're not allowed to directly take hostile action against your master.
Mm-hmm. Lyri will look around to see if there's any particular meat there that might be more or less fancy.
Give me a careful.
Okay.
Yeah, you do find some fresh meat still stored to like the spoiled meat, but you can see it's fresh enough that it's probably still edible.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say it's a haunch of meat, probably like half the size of you, let's say.
Okay. Well, now taking Lyri a long time to move, and that's what she needs. She needs time. So she's gonna pick up this big haunch of meat and slowly drag it over to Golgamosh while trying to while just thinking about her situation.
Mm-hmm. Which path are you taking, by the way?
She will take the path she didn't take before, so the one that goes past the pit of shinies, because she doesn't want to have to deal with those ogres that she saw her.
Sure. I will say that as you drag this piece of meat around, you once again grab the attention of ogres who at least one of them will pretty much brazenly come in front of you, walk right in front of you and start drooling, staring at the meat. How do you get past them?
Lyri will just say, "This meat is for Golgamosh. Please don't get in my way. Thank you."
Can you give me a flashy?
Okay.
Okay, you succeed in intimidating any ogre who dares to stand in the path of Golgamosh's minion. And as you did say, with this gigantic piece of meat, you do have time. What you are free to roll another clever as to how can I get out of this situation, if you'd like.
Okay.
Okay, that's much better. In addition to like the options I mentioned earlier, you can also get out of it without like being returned to the place you came from if either the warlock annuls the contract or the warlock breaks the rules of the contract. There's also the option of being banished by another warlock, but that will send you back to where you came from.
Okay.
As to the warlock breaking the rules of the contract, you are able to tell, especially with like your stunt applying, this isn't like this old warlock isn't like the graduate of like Silvermoon University or whatever. This is not a typical warlock contract. It's like very hedge wizard type ish. So like I can tell you with your role the like usual rules of a warlock contract, but you're fairly certain that most of them will not apply to your situation. Some of them might, if that makes sense. Would you like me to tell you?
Yes, please.
First of all, you are not it's considered a breach of contract and thus breaking it if the warlock accepts a gift from you freely given, like not one that you are ordered to do. Secondly, it's considered a breach of contract if the warlock takes hostile action against you. And thirdly, it's considered a breach of contract if for whatever reason the summoned demon is not the actual intended summoned demon.
Okay, well clearly one of these does not apply, so... Alright. Lyri will begin brainstorming ideas on the way there.
And as you make your way through the other ogre sleeping area, you will see also ogres like staring at you, being like very bewildered by your presence. But in the distance, you will, quote unquote, the distance, like the sort of back of the cave, you will see the proverbial pit of shinies being overseen by this fancy looking ogre. And you will see this ogre like arguing with several others who like come to take some shinies for themselves, but this ogre turns them away. From the distance, you can clearly see that there's like gold and stuff and precious stuff in there, if that makes sense. You also feel something or someone calling you from there. But obviously you cannot disobey your current commands, but you do feel that call.
Okay. What does Lyri even have on her right now? I think she has actually nothing apart from her daggers and her, yeah.
In your bag with your, like, family insignia, etc.
Yeah, nothing useful.
And obviously the haunch of meat.
Yeah, and the haunch of meat. Is there anything I'm walking past on the way there?
Give me a careful. I will ask what if you're looking for anything in particular.
Like a rock.
Oh yeah, rocks are everywhere. You don't even need to roll for that.
I pick up the rock. Or can I try and pick up the rock? I don't know.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, I pick up the rock. And Lyri is going to try and shove this rock inside the haunch of meat.
Give me a forceful. you find yourself unable to poison your master. Poison, quote unquote.
Okay.
Like,
I guess I would just hold this rock in my.
yeah, you're pretty much like, okay, I'm gonna shove this rock in this haunch of meat, and like as you're preparing to make the motion of shoving the rock, your arm stops and you can't move it with that intent, if that makes sense.
Okay. Okay, Lyri will think of another strategy to try and do this. Lyri will continue carrying the haunch of meat over to her master.
Sure. And you will make your way back to Golgamosh's lair, and you'll see the ogre mage studying the like ritual circle, clearly like still very perplexed about summoning you. And what do you do or say anything when you enter the room?
Your food, master. Lyri kind of will motion to the haunch of meat.
Took you long enough. You really are incompetent. Should have summoned a different one, brother. And the ogre like forcibly walks up to you and like takes the haunch of meat from your hand forcefully.
Oh, she didn't even have time to do what she's trying to do. Oh no.
And as the hooded head tries to take a bite, the other head will yell at, "Hey, me first! It's my minion. Get your own. You know I'm not a warlock. Oh, shut up! You get to eat after I'm finished. No!" And the right fist will punch the left head in the face, and the left hand will start strangling the right head.
Not giving me any orders. What can I do in this situation?
Anything that's not a hostile action towards your master or towards your contract.
Okay. So I can't try and get hit by the side that will free me.
Not consciously, if that makes sense.
Okay. Not consciously. Lyri is very, very bad at a lot of things. Lyri is going to stand on one leg and hope that she somehow clumsily falls into the yoga somehow, out of her own conscious thoughts.
Give me a careful.
Come on, please be horrible. It could have been worse. This bad.
Okay. You also give me a flashy.
Okay.
You do manage to trip and fall on yourself, but because you got a good flashy roll, the ogres see that and both heads start laughing at you.
Oh no!
And the head of the head that didn't summon you says, "You truly are incompetent, brother. Oh, shut up. At least this one's funny, unlike the imp from last week." And both heads are still laughing at you.
Lyri kind of whimpers on the floor of her bed.
Go. They still laughing. The head that summoned you says, "Go check up on Muku. Tell me what new shinies he's got."
Okay.
We need to reward the participants of the fighting ring tonight. Well, shut up about a fighting ring. We're arguing about the meat here. How about we bet on the fighting pit, and whoever wins gets the meat? I don't like this, brother. Oh, come on. We always do this. And they once again resume arguing, but you do have your orders.
I will follow my orders, I guess.
Okay. You make your way to back to that ogre sleeping area, and you know who Muku is. He's the fancy dressed ogre overseeing the pit of shinies.
Lyri will walk up to the ogre.
Yeah. And as he punches another ogre in the face, and that ogre reels, he turns to look at you and says, "Who you, intruder?"
No, I'm Golgamosh's demon.
He leans in close to like smell you. Do you allow him?
I won't let him.
You don't smell like demon. You smell like elf and meat.
Okay.
What Golgamash wants?
He wants to know what shinies are in the shiny pit.
Oh, not again. I keep telling him that we can't keep giving out our shinies. The caravans have been drying up. We haven't had anyone to rob lately. You go back and tell him that.
Okay.
You once again feel someone or something calling for you from the shiny pit. Technically, you do have to report to Golgamash, but you haven't gotten the information you need, so you're still at liberty to obtain that information any way you'd like.
Is he standing in the way?
He's overseeing the pit, not there's multiple entrances to the shiny pit, and once he finishes yelling at you, he starts once again yelling at the ogre he just punched.
Can Lyri kind of sluggishly try and walk past while he's yelling at an ogre?
Sure, but I will require a sneaky roll, please. Hey, what are you doing there?
Golgamash wanted to bring shinies from the shiny pit.
He walks up to you and pokes you in the ribs with his finger, which is probably the size of your neck, and says, "And I told you to tell Golgamash that this is a bad idea. What kind of stupid demon are you?"
I'm a stupid demon. Lyri will turn around and walk away. This guy's strong. Lyri's not dealing with this guy.
Sure. You turn around and walk away. All the while you still feel something or someone calling you from the pit, but yeah. Do you head to Golgamash?
I head to Golgamash.
Okay. You once again find the two heads arguing with each other, but once you enter, Gamash, the one who summoned you, says, "Well."
Well, Lyri will try and do a backflip to look cool and impress the ogres.
Give me a flashy. They stare at you blankly.
Lyri will try and do a cartwheel to impress the ogres.
Give me another flashy.
Well, I hate this.
I mean, you're above board, you're not very flashy, but with that latter roll, you do see the head of Skoll, the one who didn't summon you, say "ooh," and Gamash smacks the head and the head of Skoll in the face and says, "Shut up, brother. So what did Muku tell you?"
I've been trying to get bad rolls. I'm saying, oh no, I want to fail this, but the rolls have been good now. Muku told me. Lyri will try and bow extravagantly.
Get on with it.
Muku said that the shinies, there's not enough. They're running out from the caravan, and you should stop giving them out.
That idiot, that fool, says the other head. I'll have a word with him. Come on, minion. And Golgamash starts walking forcefully towards the direction of Muku.
Lyri will try carefully walking towards the direction.
What do you mean carefully?
I mean to roll careful so I fail and fall over.
Sure, give me a careful. You trip and fall, and give me a flashy.
Okay. Thank you.
You stupid, incompetent minion, get up! Ugh. And Golgamash storms off ahead of you. You still feel compelled to get up, and follow him.
Lyri will kind of stumble up and follow, like a big horrible bruise on her face and tripping over.
Yeah. and since you'll probably be a little bit slower, once you reach the vicinity of the Pit of Shinies, you do see Golgamash yelling at a slightly intimidated Muku. You see Muku spit on the ground, and Go smacks Muku in the head. And Muku looks momentarily subdued. Do you do or say anything while this is happening? You have a few seconds for yourself.
No, Lyri looks down at the ground.
You once again feel someone or something calling you from the Pit of Shinies, but feel free to do whatever.
Can I try and sense what it kind of is?
Sure, give me a... Yeah, it would be careful.
Watch this be my first horrible roll. Yep.
At the very least, it doesn't... It does... I will tell you that it does feel unusual. Like, this isn't like the Void calling you again or something.
Okay.
But you do have no idea what it is, other than the fact that it's something you haven't experienced before.
Alright, Lyri will try and keep that in the back of her mind, because it might be useful.
Alright. Golgamash will turn to you and will say to Muku, "Now listen here. This is my minion. You, whatever she says, my orders. Got it? Minion. You stay here until fighting starts and make sure Muku prepares the appropriate shinies. Alright? We can't have fighting if we can't have betting. You got that?"
I've got that.
"What have you got?"
Your orders, sir?
"And what are my orders?" "Oh, shut up, Gamash. It's just a dumb minion." "No, you shut up. I want to make sure this incompetent minion gets them right."
I need to watch over Muku to make sure he prepares the artifacts so you can bet for the fighting.
If Muku doesn't do what he's told, kill him. Got it?
Got it?
And you, turning back to Muku, you listen to my minion, or I throw you in the fighting pit. I don't care if you're, yeah, got it, boss, got it. No, I don't think you got it. If you don't listen to my minion, I throw you in the fighting pit, and then we feast on you tomorrow. Muku just looks like silently to the ground, like kicks at a bunch of dirt, and Golgamash storms off. You have your orders.
Lyri will, I guess, keep watch of him. Can I, help him sort them if he starts doing it himself, or am I not allowed to do that?
You are allowed to. You can't take hostile action against your master, your contract, or your orders, but this doesn't affect any of those, so you are free to do so.
Come on, let's start sorting out those artifacts.
You shut up. This is my job and I'll do it right. And
okay.
Muku still sulking, goes to start setting aside a portion of the gold and the various random artifacts to prepare for the betting at the fighting ring. All the while, ogres once again approach and start pestering Muku. "Can I have shiny?" And Muku chases them off, very, very angry. Would you like to give me a careful to see what seems to be of interest in the pit? Okay. With that roll, let me put some stuff on screen. The biggest and most obvious thing that isn't just gold in there is this.
Oh no.
The next biggest thing that you will notice is, and I'll mention before I put it on screen that it is inactive, shut down, is this thing.
Okay.
You do get the inkling that neither of those is the thing that's been calling to you. That would probably require a better careful roll or a close-up inspection.
That's fair, but oh no, these are. I don't like that dragon egg.
Yeah, Muku like starts, as I mentioned, rifling through the pit of shinies to like set the appropriate rewards. He doesn't touch either the Mechanome or the dragon egg on that note. Nor do you sense the thing that's been calling to you.
Can I like take a rest right now since I'm not doing anything physical? I'm just watching him.
Yeah, you take a rest. Your level 4 consequence finally goes away. And you do have time to once again roll a clever with your stunt to see like the specific conditions of the contract. I think that's the exact same roll you got
It's
last
the
time.
exact same, yeah.
Yeah, not much new that I can tell you. You hear... Actually, give me a careful, please.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's sufficient. You hear a voice in the back of your mind, unfamiliar voice, and it doesn't seem like the thousand voices of the void or whatever. A voice snicker at you, like laugh at you.
Yeah, very funny. Who are you, huh?
I didn't think an elf could ever become a warlock minion.
Right.
If you want to get out of your contract, find me in the pit.
Right.
I'll be waiting. Yeah. Do you do anything else while Muku sorts out the shinies?
No. Get the shinies.
You cut out for a little bit. Can you say again?
Maybe we'll just keep looking at the shinies, see if there's anything interesting in there.
Give me a careful.
Okay.
Other than like the Mechanome and the Dragon Egg, you do see like it's a large amount of gold, but also like some other precious goods like silk and like other textiles, a bunch of broken but still there ceramic pots, etc., etc. And you like once again put the pieces together and realize, okay, these are the like spoils from ogres like robbing the caravans who have been traveling through the Badlands, few as they may be.
Do I know this in the Badlands or just the area?
Oh, you're right. You wouldn't know that it's the Badlands, but you would make the connection that they've been robbing the nearby caravans. My apologies.
Would I at least know that I'm in the Eastern Kingdoms because of the Dragon Egg?
Yeah. Well, not just because of the Dragon Egg. When you cast the spell itself, you knew you'd be heading to the Eastern Kingdoms.
Oh yeah, of course. I forgot.
While Muku is still sorting things out, you feel compelled to return to your master.
I guess I do it if I'm compelled.
And Muku says, "Hey, where are you going? Aren't you supposed to watch me?"
I'm being called back to Master. Bye.
Stupid minion.
Okay.
Yeah, you return to your master, and you find that for once the two heads have agreed on something and they've split the haunch of meat you brought them in even cuts, although they are arguing about like one final slice. Apparently it's an uneven number. And when you return there, Gamash looks at you and says, Go help Muku take the shinies to the pit.
Okay, I'll help Muku take the shinies to the pit.
And watch that no ogre touches them. Go Gamash's orders.
I will make sure that no ogres touch them. Gilgamesh's orders.
You feel a slight contradiction in terms like you're supposed to help Muku take them, but Muku is an ogre and Muku is now can't touch the shinies.
Oh, can I do anything about that, or
I don't know, can you?
I'll just say to Gilgamesh, how can I make sure no ogre takes shinies if Muku is ogre?
Well, you don't let him take the shinies too. What? Is he gonna run off or something?
But he's taking them to the pit.
Oh yeah, he's an ogre. That's a stupid order, brother. Oh, shut up. You take the shinies with Muku, but no let any other ogre touch. Okay?
Okay.
Do you head to the pit of shinies again?
Yeah, I head to the pit of shinies again.
Yeah. And when you return, Muku looks at you and with an exasperated expression says, "Now what?"
Gilgamesh wants shinies moved to the pit.
I can
Make sure no other ogres touch them.
I can do that myself. Get out of my way. And he like grabs a huge pile of gold and like pushes you out of the way.
Will Lyri fall over from that? He's pretty strong.
Sure, we can do opposed rolls. It wasn't his intention, but sure.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a forceful. Yeah. You probably injure yourself.
Awesome. Lyri will, I guess, stumble up and watch him with dead eyes, kind of.
You still feel compelled to help him. Those were your orders.
Wasn't I compelled to just watch him?
No, you were compelled to help him.
Okay, Lyri will, I guess, go up to the pit of shinies and start taking them.
Okay. You will see that Muku like set up a separate pile, presumably for the fighting pit. Do you take from that pile?
Yeah, because that's the pile that was meant to be taken to the fighting pit.
Sure. Yeah, and you take. Can you give me a forceful? Let's see how much gold you're able to carry.
Oh, that's really good.
You feel the strongest you've ever felt for whatever reason, despite your injury, and you take a pretty decent handful of gold as you head to the fighting pit, and yeah, as you reach the fighting pit, Muku like dumps the gold in like a specific hole and instructs an ogre to watch over them and not let anyone steal them. And then he turns around and sees you with the gold in hand and says, "What do you think you're doing?"
I was ordered to help move the gold.
Muku will try to backhand you. How do you defend yourself?
I don't.
It's a fairly weak backhand for Muku, but it's still a big ogre backhanding you, so you're probably knocked to the ground again.
Awesome, I drop all my gold as well.
You stupid, incompetent fool! You pick that up and take it to the pile.
Yes.
You're not obligated to listen to this guy's orders.
Yeah, but I'm still obligated to take it to the pile for my other ogre's orders, so...
Yeah. And the nearby ogres laugh at you as you are knocked to the ground, and you also hear some concerned ogres say, "She's not gonna be one of the fighters, is she? Oh, I hope not, she's so weak."
Awesome. Can I try and pick up the gold again?
Yeah. You do so, no roll required.
Okay.
And no ogre will like necessarily bother you, because just for like 1 or 2 pieces of gold, it's not worth bothering the minion of Gilgamesh. But yeah, Muku marches off to take another pile, Muku-sized pile for the betting tonight. And as you take the coins one by one and take them to the area where the betting and the winnings for the bettings are, you're free to do another clever if you'd like with your stunt applying.
Mm-hmm. 8.
Okay, that's slightly better. I'll say. Okay, I will say that, like, if you remember from the like typical conditions of contract that warlock minions fall under, there probably is one that is also like overlapping with the current contract you're in, namely the fact that your warlock cannot take hostile action against you.
So, what does that mean?
Basically, if Gamash, well, specifically Gamash, not Go, if Gamash, for whatever reason, harms you directly, that is, then the contract is broken and you are a free person.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But you're still unsure about like the other conditions, if they apply or not, or if there's different conditions, etc., etc. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you pick up the gold piece by piece, Muku once again returns with another pile of gold and like slightly shoves you aside, not really respecting you in any way, shape, or form. And after a further while, you will see Gamash walk into the fighting pit area itself. I think by this point you would have finished gathering up the gold.
Mm-hmm.
Gamash compels you to come next to him as a sort of quote-unquote bodyguard. But you will see that he is also accompanied by another ogre that I will put on screen in a bit. You will get the information that that's his actual bodyguard.
His actual bodyguard? Wow. The disrespect.
Sorry. It's this gentleman. And per his helmet, you see him bump into a wall before he like picks the correct path, much to the amusement of the other ogres.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm going back to my master's side then.
As like Gamash like inspects the pile of shinies and talks with Muku about like how to allocate the winnings, etc., etc., the bodyguard ogre will look at you and say, "You master's new demon, can't really see well what you are."
Yes, I'm Master's new demon.
Well, what are you? You Felguard? You Wrathguard?
I'm Blood Elf.
Blood Elf? Blood Elves are demons?
Yes.
Yeah, you're not compelled to tell this guy the truth, by the way.
I know.
He just looks confused and says, "Huh," and turns around to walk somewhere else. You don't quite know where, but as he turns around, he runs into a wall and once again adjusts where he's supposed to be going. And Gamash, after he's finished arguing with Muku, says to you, "Stick by me, will you, in case someone tries to assassinate me or something."
Okay.
And you will see throughout, as the fighting gets set up, ogres from the other sections of the mound will start showing up. Namely, this gentleman that you have met before, who will start walking up to you, but Gamash will sort of interpose himself like, what do you want? And he will immediately back down, as well as this one ogre, as well as this other ogre, and the three big ogres will ask Gamash who's gonna be fighting today, and Gamash will smile and say, "The usual, bring out the orc again." And the ogres collectively groan, and the one on the left, Muku, will ask, This again, Gamash? You shut up, we haven't had prisoners in a while." I wonder whose fault that is. "You shut up," And just as they're arguing this, you will see another ogre come in. This gentleman holding up a new prisoner that I'll put on screen. This lovely dwarf. And yeah, he will toss the dwarf in front of Golgamash and you. And the dwarf looks up and says, "Ugh, who are you? Oh, what the hell? Ugh." And Golgamash says, "What is this?" The ogre who brought him in says, "He's stalking outside. Me think he make good smashing. Throw him in a fighting pit." "Fighting pit, eh? Well, I can take on any one of you. Who's first? What are you doing here, lass?"
I am a demon controlled by my location.
You're no demon. You're an elf clear as day. "Get in the fighting pit," says Golgamash. Or what? Or this. And Gol, not Gamash, punches the dwarf in the face. And the dwarf reels back. And the ogre who brought him in picks him up and chucks him in the fighting ring.
Lyri will not say anything because she hasn't been talked to him. She hasn't been spoken to.
Sure. And the crowd starts cheering, and Golgamash calls for silence and says, "Today, new fighter for the pit. Bring out..." And he stops to listen for what the crowd says. And some members of the crowd start chanting, "Orc, orc, orc." And other members of the crowd start chanting, "Rock thing, rock thing, rock thing." Golgamash turns to you and says, "Let's have this new demon of mine decide who should be fighting this intruder." "That dumb idea. Shut up, brother."
Orc.
"Orc!" And you see a bunch of exasperated groans, but also others in the fighting pit start cheering. And Golgamash says, "Place your bets with Muku now." And the dwarf in the fighting pit says, all right, I'll take on the lot of you. I'll take on this orc, then I'll take on the lot of you, and I'll get out sooner than later. You hear me? Do you hear me?" And eventually a very, very emaciated looking orc gets brought out from the prisoner area and thrown into the fighting pits as well. And the dwarf will say, "Oh, is that it?" And the ogre starts chanting, "Fight, fight, fight, fight." And Golgamash announces that the game shall begin. Will you be interfering in any way, Lyri?
Lyri will keep trying to put ourselves in situations where she'll fall over and make herself very, very lonely and weak. So she's just gonna keep trying to be, I guess, as uncareful as possible in all situations.
I will mention that if you continue doing that and say get smacked by an ogre or whatever, we'll start applying stress and consequences.
That's fair.
Okay. So what specifically do you do? Do you try to run into an ogre or something?
I've been told to watch.
You've been told to stick by Golgamash's side.
Lyri will, I guess, try patrolling around him to look like she's doing actual work and not just standing around. And during that time, she's going to be trying to, fall over and stuff.
First of all, give me a flashy. Okay. And then give me a careful. Okay, with the most average of rolls, I'll say that you do trip and fall, but nobody notices, and you don't like fall onto another ogre, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Golgamash is absorbed in the fight, and if you were to take a look, you just see like the dwarf not in a fighting stance, but just like slowly circling the orc. The orc looks too weak to even stand as she takes like some wild half-hearted swings with her axe, and the dwarf says, oh, is this it? I'm not gonna kill someone this week. And the ogres keep chanting, fight, fight, fight. And the dwarf just like taps the orc with the mace on one of her legs, and the orc immediately trips and falls. She's that weak. She slowly tries getting up, and when she falls, you see a section of the audience groan and another section cheer. The betting is on, pretty much. This is inhumane. What are your people even doing? And the ogres don't listen. They just keep chanting, fight, fight, fight.
Lyri's standing there, kind of bewildered. She just fell over, no one noticed or cared.
Yeah. The spectacle, weak as it is, has definitely drawn the ogre's attention.
Lyri kind of gets up and dusts herself off, and kind of glides over in the dwarf's direction.
Are you trying to get his attention?
Sure, why not?
They give me a flashy, please. Yeah, the dwarf looks at you and says, I guess that one might be a better fight than this one. What the hell even is this?
Lyri kind of immediately kind of looks down at the ground and kind of sheepishly tries to look as small as possible. That's not what she wanted to hear.
Shut up, dwarf. This is Go speaking. Keep fighting. But Gamash will turn to you and say, what do you think your chances are with this dwarf? You have to answer honestly.
Can I give him a look and see how well I think I do against him?
Sure, give me a careful, and I'll give you more or less information. Okay, let me look up at his stat sheet. He looks like a novice warrior. He is clearly very boisterous and overeager. That's what I'll tell you with that roll.
I could... I could maybe fight him.
Dwarf, if you win, you face off against my demon. What demon? That's an elf. Fight already. And the orc once again takes another half-hearted swing and stumbles and falls on her face because she's so weak. And the dwarf says, how am I supposed to fight this? And the ogres don't care and keep chanting, fight, fight, fight. And out of pity more than anything else, the dwarf, while the orc is down, places the mace on top of the orc, not like actually hitting her, just like putting the mace on top of her, and says, there, I hit her, she's down. And half of the audience starts cheering and the other half starts booing. And after a while, Golgamash claps their hands and says, the winner is the dwarf. Well, Go says that. And again, half the audience starts cheering and the other half starts booing. Collect your winnings from Muku. And you see a very dissatisfied Muku in the distance. Gamash turns to you and says, you ready to fight?
No.
What? Why not? This is stupid, minion brother. You should have summoned a fell guard. Oh, shut up.
Push me into the arena. Give me the entrance I need.
Give me a flashy. I'm gonna roll Gamache's Clever.
Okay. Oh, he's spot. Oh no.
I'm not falling for that, you moron. But Go will say, well, I have no problems with that. And Go will pick you up, which technically isn't Gamache. If you will, do you allow this to happen?
I guess.
Then Go will pick you up and chuck you in the arena.
Awesome. It's great.
Okay. And again, this was Gold doing it, not Gamache, so it's technically not a breach of contract. By the way, the Go and Gamache have separate character sheets on that note. Though if you kill one, you kill both of them.
I kind of got the inkling considering they both had pretty good stats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you are thrown into the fighting pit, and Muku says, oh, hold on, I haven't finished giving the winnings out already. Then give the winnings out later. The crowd wants to see this match. But they haven't even bet yet. Shut up, Muku. One more word out of you and you're next in the fighting pit. And the ogres ooh and ah, like they're very intrigued by the drama. And while this is happening, the dwarf walks up to you while you're on the ground and like leads down and says, what are you doing here, lass?
I tried to go back to Silvermoon, but I ended up here.
Silvermoon? Oh, you're one of those blood elf folk. Well, there's a camp of my people nearby. If we can escape, I can take you there. I can fight my way past all these ogres. Don't you worry. Just stay by my back, will you?
I need to. I have to do what my master says.
What? No, you don't. You're a free lady. You're a free lass.
There's a curse on me. I don't want to be cursed by an ogre.
Give me a flashy.
Okay. It's a 1.
That's your most average roll, so you're kind of convincing. Like, this dwarf doesn't believe that it's something magical, but rather believes there's something psychological with you. So he like leans down and says, "Oh, all right, lass. Deep breaths. That's what my therapist also told me. All right, deep breaths."
Where are we? Where are we, dwarf?
You're in the grotto of the Dust Belchers, I think.
No, like what area are we in? We're not in the Blasted Lands, are we?
Well, no. These are the Badlands, lass. Bit of like the arsehole of the Eastern Kingdoms, but there you are.
Wait, isn't there a camp of my people somewhere in here?
But I'd rather not take it there if I can help it. You'll be better off with my people.
Okay.
Do you think she can walk too? Indicating the orc who's still on the ground, still desperately trying to get up, but failing all the while. She looks very, very pale.
I don't think so.
Might have tapped her too hard. Alright, well, alright. Lass, they seem to be kind of busy at the moment, so do you think we can make a getaway now?
What am I compelled to do? I haven't really been given an order yet, right?
You have not been given an order yet. You just can't take hostile action against your contract or against Golgamash.
Mm-hmm. Alright. What could I even think about doing? I'll give you a distraction. Just stand back.
What? No. I'm gonna be fighting on my way out. I can take all these ogres easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Lyri will attempt to release a arcane torrent of all of the nasty magic she's been building up to try and maybe create a big spectacle that'll get all the ogres' attention. And maybe, I don't know, maybe cause a bit of a ruckus.
Give me a flashy. Wow, okay. Above board, above board, if you had gotten like a very poor roll, you would have just farted.
Wow.
Which would be very in character for the place you're at. But yeah, you let out this arcane torrent of like all the weird magical stuff that you've been holding on, and it's slightly tiring for you to do this, especially with your injuries. But you definitely get all the ogre's attention as they look down at you, and the dwarf looks at you stunned and says, "That's right. We'll fight each and every one of you till we get out of here. Aye!" And he lifts up his mace.
Lyri kind of stares dead-eyed at the dwarf.
Aye, we'll fight each and every one of you. I'll do my dad proud. You'll watch and see. Well, I've never met my dad, but that's what my mom told me he was like. Aye.
Lyri will kind of
The ogres are staring at you, not at the dwarf, by the way.
Yeah. Lyri doesn't know what to say. She didn't really plan for this. Lyri just kind of blinks 3 times. Yeah.
You get compelled to attack the dwarf. Basically, Gamash is thinking, take a cheap shot at him so that it's likelier for you to win the arena fight, so that I can get my bettings.
Lyri will take a cheap shot at him, I guess.
Then please give me a sneaky attack.
Oh no.
Okay, you smack him in the back of the head, and he tumbles forward, taking 2 points of damage. And I suppose combat has now begun.
Yep.
What are you doing, lass? And the ogre starts chanting, "Fight, fight, fight, fight!" And Golgamash claps his hands together, and Go says, "Let the fighting begin." You feel compelled to fight this dwarf.
I'm compelled to fight the dwarf.
What are you talking about? We can make our way out. Just follow me, all right?
I'm bound by the commands of my master. I cannot escape.
What's that even supposed to mean?
I'm a demon from the twisting nether. I can't resist.
I'm gonna give you a wake-up call, lass. How do you defend yourself from his mace?
Lyri will, I guess, feint dodging in one direction, and as the swing comes towards her, she will blink in the opposite one to avoid the attack.
Okay, sounds like a sneaky or quick, up to you. How do you take 5 points of damage?
I take my level 3 stress and my level 2 consequence, I guess.
Sure. Your level 2 consequence is you are smacked awake. While I type that in, it's your turn.
Lyri will finally, for the first time, pull out her awesome new daggers, and she will attempt to
Hey, why didn't she live out of the pit of shinies? Says Muku. Shut up! Those are my minions, not yours. But they belong to the tribe. Shut up, I said. Feel free to continue acting.
Lyri will try to Lyri will, I guess, charge towards the dwarf, swinging her weapons, but just as she's about to I guess hit him, she will try and blink to come in from another direction to kind of catch his his parry off guard, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Give me a sneak attack, please. Okay, you deal 1 point of damage, as he's not quick enough to realize that. And how do you hit him again? Sorry.
I just blink to his side or behind him just as I'm about to hit him. So I kind of just hit him in the back, I guess, with my daggers.
Oh, you actually like use the blade, let's say, like you try
Yes.
to. Okay. He lets out a yell of pain as you draw blood, and his turn he will like reflexively swing back with the mace in your direction. How do you defend yourself?
Oh god, that's scary. Lyri will quickly try to blink backwards because I don't think she can dodge that just with her like jumping backwards.
That sounds like a quick defense to me.
Yep.
How do you take 6 points of damage?
My 2 stress and my 4 consequence, I guess.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, this guy is definitely on a fucking rocket. He's a fucking big shot or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you do get the inkling that your first impression of the guy was wrong. Head ringing is the level 4 consequence.
Okay.
Your turn.
I will.
He says, "Come on, lass, we don't have to do this. I can take all these folks. Come on."
That is a spell cast on me. I must obey the orders of my master.
He looks at... Give me a flash sheet to see if you convince him.
Okay.
He looks at you with genuine sorrow and says, "I understand. And he like prepares himself for whatever you're about to do.
Okay. Now that he understands, Lyri will, I guess, run at him and try and smack him with the hilt of her daggers in the face.
Sounds like a quick or forceful attack. I leave it up to you.
I'll just do forceful.
Sure. He barely moves aside, but it's still enough to create an advantage. I'll call it undesirable opponent, I suppose.
Yeah.
And on his turn, he'll say, "I'll get you out of there, lass, don't you worry." But I guess we have to go for impressions. He will try to give you a knockout blow, not like a lethal attack, if that makes sense.
Okay. Lyri will. Oh god. Lyri.
11's in a row. This is weird.
Lyri will attempt to. I mean, it's a scary. It's a scary attack, and Lyri's still gonna try and dodge it. Again, Lyri will move forward to like look like she's about to parry the attack, but then blink backwards a few steps, so the attack barely misses her.
Give me a sneaky defense. How do you take 3 points of damage?
I take my level 6 consequence. Oh god, he's kicking my ass.
Yeah. Yep. He probably unintentionally broke a few ribs with that attack.
Yeah.
Ah, shit! Didn't mean that. And
Just try and get that. Lyri just kind of realizes she won't be able to tell him how to break the contract.
Your turn.
Lyri will attempt to do one final arcane torrent and use up the tiny last bit of all of her nasty, gross powers to maybe cause some collateral damage. Because this dwarf's going to tank it no matter what. He's not some rookie.
Sounds like a forceful attack. I'll roll, but even the dwarf's minimum would still
Yeah.
beat that. He gets another charge of undesirable opponent as you let out this arcane torrent that is much less impressive than your last one, exhausting you further. And at this point, Go will say, "Your minion's broken, Gamash. Oh, shut up!" And you feel yourself being dismissed.
Wait, is that a good thing?
As in, you instantly find yourself being dragged back to the Nether Storm, but your contract with Go Gamash remains. Well, Gamash specifically. So Gamash can summon you whenever he seems fit. He deems
Oh,
fit.
this is hellish. Oh no.
Okay. While that happens, shall we check up on everyone else?
Yes.
Yep,
Free me
we're
from
on.
this torment, please.
Hello everyone else. Sorry for the prolonged absence. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good.
A lot.
Yeah, exactly. We were mourning the potential death of Bladebeard's son.
Bladebeard Jr.
Who? I don't know what you're talking about.
It's clearly Bladebeard's kid.
He
Has the
doesn't
same
even
be-
look like him.
Looks just like.
Well, as Benjamin, Buhd, and Bladebeard, as you guys are wandering through the Nether Storm, intent on meeting up with the Nether Dragons, and yeah, let me actually change the scenes again. Do you? Well, obviously, we'll roll on the random encounters table because, yeah, things may happen. But what's going on through everyone's thoughts about like your general situation, your companions, etc., etc.?
I mean, I think Benjamin thinks it's kind of pretty absurd to go to the dragons first, but he's kind of over it at the moment.
Sure.
Oh,
yeah,
go ahead.
sure. No, you go first.
Okay, I was gonna say Buhd is excited to meet new dragons again because most of his experiences with dragons has been mostly positive outside of the, as we call him, the Shattered Hand one, even though he was Dark Iron. But, yeah, I mean, he's only had one bad experience with a dragon so far, so, and considering what he knows about blue dragons and these guys have an association, he thinks that this is gonna go well.
What about Bladebeard?
He's just chatting with the necromancer, Sateya.
Yeah, she'd like be asking you where have you been, and like been asking you about like your adventures throughout Azeroth, etc., etc. Yeah, are you like trying to impress her? Are you like just telling her the truth? How are you talking to her?
I would kind of like to, kind of manipulate our talk towards her and maybe try to learn things about her, like discover her aspects.
Okay. Well, let's do it one thing at a time. First off, let's see if you manage to change the subject of conversation. Give me a flashy, please. Nope, she's much more interested in you. Which is slightly flattering, but not very helpful.
Yes, after all, that's my favorite subject to talk about, so yeah.
So,
Sure.
You can still roll for her aspects, but before you roll, let me establish the difficulties. It will be difficulty 4 for her high concept, 6 for her tertiary, and 8 for her trouble. It would have been lower if your flashy had succeeded. Okay?
Alright, I'll roll my careful. Nope.
Unless you want
Nothing.
unless you want to spend fate points.
No, Yeah, I guess her high concept is probably pretty boring and useless, so no.
Sure. Yeah. While you are very, very curious about her, it's not necessarily that she's cagey, but rather she's kind of infatuated with you, and you can tell. So that's why she's much more curious about you, and not so much about like let me share information with this person. If that makes sense.
All right.
Sure. As for Tamal, he, I imagine he'd probably like take point for your group more or less, like try to like guide you guys through the Nether Storm. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's the only one that's been here before.
Mm-hmm. Shall we roll on the random encounter table?
Sounds good.
Does anyone want to roll, or shall I roll? Makes no real
Well,
difference. Just
Yeah,
roll.
go ahead.
Okay. Okay. This is an interesting one. Bladebeard, as you're like chatting with Satea, you will see a small floating creature approach her from behind that I will put on screen in a little bit. Yeah. It's this thing.
Does it look hostile? Is it attacking?
No, not attacking, just approaching. Looks to be like floating fairly slowly. It almost looks curious.
Oh, look, a fish.
Oh!
Is that our dinner?
What was your question?
Is that our dinner?
I still did not understand what you said. I'm sorry.
Is that our dinner?
Oh, okay. Do you say that?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, hello? What are you? And the man of worm, like, almost like floats up to her and, like, floats up and down, almost like inspecting her. And she looks at you guys. Guys, what's this? Oh, this is Tamal speaking. Oh, I believe that's a mana worm. They're attracted to magic in general.
Looks more like a fish than a worm.
Benjamin, from the same direction, you see another one approach. This time, I'm gonna do a roll.
I hate to say this, but
This
I
time,
think
it floats up to Tamal.
we may be the dined ones pretty soon.
This is Tamal speaking. Don't worry, they're only dangerous in large numbers. From the same direction, you see another one approach. I'm gonna do a roll to see where it goes. Also for Tamal.
Yeah, I'm getting a bit worried, you know.
No, we should just keep going. If we're lucky, one of them will follow us, and I hear they're quite valuable on Azeroth. These are very unusual creatures, says Satea. Are you sure we'll be alright? From the same direction, another one approaches.
We're getting a lot of
Also heading for Tamal.
getting a lot of fishy friends.
Yeah, it seems they like it, Tamal.
Oh, yes. I think I might be the most magically adept out of this group. I respectfully disagree, says Satea. Another one will approach. Also for Tamal.
Should we do something about these?
Let's keep walking, perhaps. That might be a good idea, as Tamal like tries to shoo them away and they still like hover near him.
Are they tasty?
I have no idea, says Tamal, for obvious reasons. Satea says, I don't think it's recommended that we eat them, and this is me speaking.
Don't eat them. Got it.
Another one will approach.
But I think this might just...
This one is heading for you, Benjamin.
Yeah, I say this even more then. I kind of tried to shoo it away. I think it might be a good time to shoot your cannon or something. I feel like
cannon at little worm things.
Yeah, just to shoot them away, I guess. I feel that if I shot a fireball, more of them would come because of magic, I guess.
I guess, but they might get mad.
Another one will approach. Heading for Tamal. I feel mildly uncomfortable, everyone. Let's keep walking.
Should I shoot cannon then?
Are you asking Tamal or are you asking in general?
He's asking everyone.
Tamal is a bit distracted, so he can't answer.
Yeah, maybe you should.
Okay. Well, sorry, wormies.
So you shoot your cannon, do you shoot at them or just to scare them? I'm assuming you're using your stunt, correct?
Yeah, I guess so. Benjamin really didn't tell Buhd how to do it. In fact, he really described it as just hitting them, so that's why Bud's saying sorry. So, yeah, I guess Buhd will aim at one of them or several of them, whatever.
You're gonna kill them all.
Well, not in the direction of Tamal. In the direction of them.
Well, most of them were flocking him.
Well, maybe, I mean, I'm sure he can hit one of them without hitting Tamal.
I will say, because you used your stunt, this will drive them away, this little swarm. But I will ask you, can you roll me a forceful to see how many, if any, you kill?
Alright. Very weak. Oh, that's careful. Whoop. Where's forceful go? There it is. There we are.
With that roll, I think you would kill two, but you'd splatter them to bits, not leave a decently sized corpse for consumption, perhaps, as the rest of the swarm, terrified, flees away in random directions.
That'll go well, I guess.
Well done.
Oh,
Waste of cannon, though.
That was one potential danger out of the way, I suppose. Tamal says. Satea kneels down and frowns and says, this corpse isn't useful.
Well, it is just a flying worm thing. Probably not gonna be very handy, although, I mean, maybe it's not bad to try and taste it.
Oh, I didn't mean to taste it. I meant to possibly reanimate it or inspect its magical qualities, but you splattered them, so they're a bit useless to me.
Would make soup.
She thumbs up her nose and walks on ahead.
Guess not soup.
Tamal says, shall we continue going, everyone?
Yeah, sure.
Like planned, Buhd.
Okay. I'm gonna roll on the random encounter table again. Let me see. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. You hear the flapping of wings from high above you.
Oh no.
And if you were to turn to look in the skies above, you will see... there it is. This fancy render made by Zelris. Flying off ahead of you guys.
Is that a bird?
Don't think that was a bird. Looks too lizardy.
Everyone, hide, please, hide. Oh, well, that's another dragon. But if it's out here, it's probably hunting. Let's hide.
Isn't that what we are searching for?
True, but as I mentioned, it's probably hunting. We probably don't want it to see you. Oh, or maybe your decision, Captain, and Benjamin and Buhd, and Lady Satea. Right.
Is there like any rock to hide behind or something?
Give me a sneaky.
Guess not.
There is, but not a very good. Not like a very good place, if that makes sense. Like it would only fool someone who's not paying attention.
I don't think sneaking is really Bud's best thing.
Should we just run then?
I'd say run's better.
Well, you are purple, and we are in the purple wasteland.
So
Are you implying we hide behind Buhd?
I don't think that I don't think Bud is same purple. These are more colorful purple, but it's more
Everyone, it's approaching. We should decide soon.
I vote we run.
Yeah, I'm running too.
Sure.
Okay. First of all, let me roll the dragons careful to see if it spots you guys, because it just may not spot you. Okay. It definitely, for whatever reason, turns its head in your direction. Give me quicks, everyone, please. It's able to keep pace with Benjamin, and it catches up. It definitely would catch up to Bladebeard and Buhd. You see it fly in your direction.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, indeed, says Satea.
Let's just talk.
Reminder, only Benjamin speaks Talassian, correct?
Yeah, I guess.
And only barely, I guess. Of all languages, this dragon will yell out something in Talassian. Benjamin, can you give me a careful clever to see how much you understand? Says something about stopping. In Talassian of all languages.
Guys, I think we should run fast.
Bud is running as fast as Bud can, and it's still very behind Bud.
Well, yes, but we should still run fast.
Thing Bud trying to do.
Okay, we are now in initiative order. Benjamin, it's your turn.
I'll try to create an advantage by running fast.
Sure. Give me a quick. Also, just as a reminder, initiative order does not necessarily mean combat. It means high stress. Okay, you create the crap out of that advantage and get 2 charges on it. What would you like it to be called?
I don't know. Let's just go with GTFO.
Sure. Simple enough. Okay. A dragon on its turn will once again yell out something in Talassian. Benjamin, can you give me a careful or clever to see if you understand it? Says something about stopping and mages.
Did you say stopping or stomping?
S-T-O-P.
Okay.
Do you have any reaction to what it says, or shall it continue with its turn?
Yeah, not particularly. I just want to run out of here, and yeah.
Okay. The dragon will roll its flashy to try to intimidate you guys, basically doing like aerial gymnastics. And it does get its advantage. Intimidating beast. Bladebeard, it's your turn.
Oh boy, what can I do? Dragon is obviously aggressive. It wants to eat us.
Are you saying that's in character?
No. But I don't know what to do in character. Should I follow Benjamin and just keep running, or should I prepare to fight? Yeah, I think...
I will say, because of like the difference in quick rolls that we've had, when I first asked you guys to roll quick, the different, like, you guys are running, but you're running at vastly different speeds. Like, the group is starting to like fracture, like, if that makes sense. Split up is a better term.
I'm gonna yell back at the dragon. Oi! You speak common?
It would say something in Thalassian. Benjamin, can you give me careful or clever? You get the inkling that it said something similar to what it said before, but you're not sure.
He'll ask the same thing, but in Dwarven. Hey, pričaš patuljaški?
It will once again say something in Thalassian. Benjamin, give me a careful or clever. Still something about stopping and about magic. Stopping with the like sense of like halt, not of like prevent, if that makes sense.
I'm gonna kinda start running a bit slower so Buhd can catch up with me, and can I like assist him for his next turn?
Sure, definitely.
Whatever he decides to do.
Sure thing.
Alright, that's what I'm gonna do.
Satea, seeing you slow down, will say, What are you doing, Bladebeard? Do you want to face this thing?
I don't think we can outrun it.
Fine. She like slows down so that she's at this running at the same pace as you are, if you are running, and for her turn she will prepare like defensive spells, if that makes sense. And yeah, you do see like a magical shield pop up around her. You see, after Satea does that, the dragon yells something out. Sounds angry. Benjamin, can you give me a careful or clever? In Thalassian it says again. You get the inkling that it said more or less the same thing, but like emphasizing the fact that stop and magic, like those are some key words that it keeps emphasizing.
How far am I?
If you haven't slowed down your pace, I'd say you're about like 20 meters ahead at this point.
I mean, I'd say when I saw them like stopping, I'd stop as well.
Then you can rejoin them easily enough.
Okay.
Buhd's turn.
Buhd will keep trying to run and catch up with everyone.
Because of their actions the previous turn, you are able to catch up to them, and you see them like that they've like either slowed down or stopped. Up to you guys.
Buhd is mostly following what Benjamin's doing at this point. Because he has no idea what's happening. It seems like Benjamin does.
So what do you do on your turn?
What is Benjamin doing?
Rejoining the group.
Is Benjamin still running, or did he stop?
Well, I turned around.
What plan are we doing here? Cause we not running anymore.
The dragon once again yells out something in Thalassian. Benjamin, same as usual if you want to roll.
I'm rolling shit. Careful. What's going on?
Yeah. Something vague along the same lines.
Yeah, I think this dragon kind of wants to kill mages or something. Yeah.
Well, then what are we doing, says Satea. I don't want
We're
to
not
die
mages.
here. I haven't become a lich yet. I don't want to die.
I say we kill it.
I thought we were supposed to befriend dragons, not kill them.
All right, then we.
Give me a moment. Let me try to negotiate.
That sounds like a better plan than running.
Just don't let him kill me in the meantime.
If dragon try kill you, Benjamin, we stop it. I think, yes.
So, Buhd, what do you do on your turn?
Is there a way Buhd can assist Benjamin then?
Sure. We can say assistance can be something as simple as encouragement.
You can do this, Benjamin. I believe in you.
Thank you.
Sure. Benjamin will have a +1 on their rolls on their turn. Tomo's turn, he will get into a defensive posture. And fail at that. He's shaking with fear. Benjamin's turn, as you see the dragon circling above you guys.
In broken Thalassian, I tried to get across. Can't we just talk like civilized people?
Give me a flashy. It replies something in Thalassian. Again, give me something careful or clever.
Finally.
You finally managed to get the word like, oh, that's what he meant when he said that. And you get that the dragon is saying, halt, surrender magic users. It also doesn't speak Thalassian particularly well, probably why it was difficult for you to understand what it was saying.
Yeah, this thing wants us to surrender.
Okay. Well, we're not here to fight dragons, so we should surrender and not kill. It don't kill us, so we don't kill it. Yes, that sounds good. Big plan.
What if they eat us or something?
Oh, they don't want you, Buhd. Buhd tastes awful.
Well, I mean,
you guys get the inkling that the dragon is preparing to land next to you guys.
See, landing. If it was going to eat us, it would roast us.
it doesn't seem the fire-breathing type. Oh no!
All dragons are fire-breathing types. What are you talking about?
Are they? Oh no.
I thought they were. Do they not all breathe fire? What did if dragon?
No, there's a kind that also breathes poison. That's particularly interesting, and fire, magma, and time, if you can believe it, and magic. Satea says.
How do you breathe time? That sounds stupid.
It's kind of hard to explain, and maybe I can explain it some other time.
Maybe it heat up something in an approximate amount of time, like a minute, 2 minutes.
Maybe they spit gold. You know, they say time is money.
The dragon again prepares to land next to you guys.
Buhd does not show any signs of aggression towards this dragon. He is being... He's basing it off of how the previous dragons he's encountered. I mean, obviously, the Infinite Dragon was mean, but, you know, he's trying.
I mean, you also met a friendly blue dragon.
Exactly.
What about Bladebeard and Benjamin?
I guess you'll take a more defensive posture.
Okay.
Bladebeard is just gonna like cross his arms and wait for the dragon to land.
Then it would land fairly close to you guys, shaking on the ground slightly as it does. And as it looks at you guys, like each in particular, and gives Satay a particularly nasty look, it once again yells out something in Thalassian. Benjamin, can you give me a careful or clever? It says, "Elves, you continue trifling with forces you don't understand. Surrender magic users." Only Benjamin understands this.
There are no elves here?
Do you say in Thalassian?
Yeah.
Give me a flashy. It repeats its sentence, not understanding what you are saying.
Hey, do you know a Karigosa? She's our friend.
You say in Thalassian?
Yes.
Give me a flashy.
Yeah, my flashy is not good. I'm not going anywhere.
It looks at you and says, "Don't know that. No other dragons. You fret to roost?"
Well, I'm no threat if you don't attack us. That's simple.
Surrender magic users. You elves pose threat.
What else?
It narrows its eyes at you and like walks in your guys' direction.
Hello.
It will start like close up sniffing you, Benjamin. Do you allow it?
Yeah.
Okay. It says to you, "Elf magic user," and then would move to sniff Bladebeard. Do you allow it?
Yeah, sure. He tries not to look scared.
After it smells you, it like recoils from you, Bladebeard, and lets out a growl. You've clearly displeased it in some way. And then,
Yeah, he's an elf magic user as well.
short elf magic. Nasty, nasty. Cause catastrophe. And then it would move to smell Buhd. Buhd, do you allow it?
Yeah, Buhd will allow. He like gives it a thumbs up.
Can't tell. You not elf. You ogre. And then it would move to smell Sataya.
Oh no.
Sataya looks at you guys like, what should she do?
I just nod very slowly as in stay calm.
Nasty magic user. Then it would move to look at Tamal. You not elf, but you magic user too. All of you magic users, all of you danger.
But not a magic user.
Are you a magic user?
Do you ask it?
Yeah.
By the way, Buhd, you don't understand what it's saying because it's speaking in Thalassian.
Oh, okay. I thought that it was speaking in broken common.
Nope, it's broken Thalassian. And it says, I dragon of Nether, I magic user, but take care, not like you elves.
How do you know? Are you familiar with me?
You elf, and you magic user. All elf magic users evil, nasty, cause disaster.
That's a bit generalizing. That's not very nice.
I take you to roost. Face judgment. Maybe you die, maybe you live. Mirrors decide, not I.
I just turn to the others and say, I think it kind of wants to judge us or something.
Okay, we pass all the judges in Stormwind, so we would be good here.
Do we need a lawyer?
Do dragons need lawyers?
I don't think so.
Well, last lawyer wasn't so good anyways, so Buhd can be lawyer, maybe. Buhd can't understand them. Benjamin, you could be lawyer then. It sounded like you know them.
Okay.
It lifts up its right front paw and looks as if it's casting a spell. Do you allow it?
Well, it doesn't do anything.
Sure. Yeah.
Then all of you will be afflicted with the silence spell. As it says, no magic from you, nasty. Take you to roost.
Question. If the mall is made of magic, doesn't that sort of kill him?
I will say that I slightly misspoke. Buhd and Tomo, you are not afflicted with the silence, because this dragon identified that you are not elves.
Oh, cool. But just kind of looks around confused.
Okay, so it's just racist, that's fine.
So can we not speak?
Above board, yes. That's what the
Oh.
silence spell does. Because
Yeah.
you often to cast spells you need to utter a magical formula. That's the main point of the science spell. And it like rises up on its hind legs and says, take you to roost. And it tries to make a grab with its like forelegs for Benjamin and Bladebeard. Do you allow it?
Kind of scary, but okay.
I'm gonna dodge that.
Give me a quick.
Do I get +2 because he's bigger than me?
Oh, that's right. Yes, you do.
And I say, hey, I don't want to be carried.
You can't say anything.
Bladebeard like realizes that he can't speak and it's obviously like cursing, but nothing comes out.
The dragon growls and says, elves, I take you to roost for judgment. Obey. Well, but you don't understand that. Only
Yeah, it's not. I can't speak. Sorry.
But you can gesticulate if you'd like.
Yeah, I can gesticulate to Bladebeard to come. Otherwise, I feel like it squeezed the life out of me.
I'll go like shake my head no.
Then it will try to bite you, Bladebeard. And we're resuming initiative order.
Gosh darn.
So in the initiative order was Benjamin's turn last time. You see it preparing to like make a bite at Bladebeard.
Can't we handle? Oh, I can speak. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So, what am I gonna do? I. I'm gonna try to compel Bladebeard first.
Sure, above board that can be done outside of initiative order, so it doesn't take up your actual turn.
Yeah. I don't know if this makes sense, but I'm gonna try to compel Bladebeard's personal kleptomaniac, so that maybe he thinks there may be like some shinies back at the dragon's place. So
But
I don't know, maybe.
the problem with that is Bladebeard doesn't know that that's the dragon's intention.
Oh, okay. Okay. Correct. But does. Okay.
Only Benjamin does.
Well, okay. Then I'll just go ahead and create an advantage to just unsheath my sword and prepare myself to stab my way out of his paw, I guess.
Give me a forceful or careful. The issue is that it might be gripping you too tight, so we'll see if you succeed. Your choice. Okay, I think that's sufficient to get one charge. Do you have a name for that advantage?
Not particularly, no.
Ready for action, I'll call it.
Sure, Stormwind Foot.
It means you're not an elf.
Fair enough.
On the dragon's turn, it takes steps menacingly in your direction, Bladebeard. Do you... what's your immediate reaction? That will determine what it does. Your immediate reaction is to sound like a chipmunk. Got it.
Am I still?
No. Hello.
All right. Is it still trying to bite me?
It looks about to do that, yes.
I'll start backing off.
Okay, then on its turn, it will go in for the bite. How do you defend yourself?
I'll try to jump backwards and dodge its attack.
Give me a quick. How do you take 2 points of damage?
Level 2 stress.
Sure. I think what happens is, as you try to jump backwards, it bites and grabs hold of your leg.
Alright.
Your turn, Bladebeard, as it yells out again with something in his mouth. Provender magic super.
Kinda like the moment he grabs me, I pull out one of my daggers and I stab it.
Sure, sounds forceful or quick to me.
I'm gonna take quick.
Your dagger with that roll is unable to pierce through its hide.
Alright. And that's my turn, right?
Mm-hmm. Satea's turn, she'll yell out, "You let go of Blade!" Well, actually she can't yell out because she's silenced. And she can't cast spells actually as well because she's silenced. Predicament. I guess you'll try to whack the dragon with her staff. The dragon shoves her aside and gets another advantage on Intimidating Beast. But it's your turn.
What's the situation?
So, the dragon's been yelling out for the elves, aka everyone except Buhd and Tomo, to surrender. Well, it's been yelling at that in Talassian, so only Benjamin knows what it's saying. Benjamin let himself get caught, but Bladebeard didn't. Now, the dragon tried to bite Bladebeard's head off, but it only caught Bladebeard by the leg. Bladebeard tried to stab it and failed. Satea tried to hit the dragon with her staff because she's silenced and can't cast spells, and failed miserably. Now it's your turn. You don't know what the dragon's been saying because it's been saying that in Talassian. You just know that like Benjamin let himself get captured and encouraged Bladebeard to let himself get captured, but the situation has degenerated where you're brawling with the thing currently.
Bladebeard, maybe you should not anger dragon more.
Bladebeard yells something, but he's silenced, so you don't hear anything. He's obviously angry.
Yeah, Bladebeard's obviously angry and opens his mouth to say something, but nothing comes out.
You got eat a bad chicken bone? Who can talk? Surrender. Well, Benjamin surrender. So yeah, just relax and say you no harm, or try to. If you can't talk, well, Buhd can talk for you, I guess. He surrender. Dragon man or lady. I haven't checked actually.
The dragon doesn't seem to be paying particular attention to you, Buhd. Either because, well, actually you don't know that. Benjamin, I guess, can speculate. Either because it's determined that you're not an elf and thus not a danger, or because it can't understand you. You're not, well, you wouldn't be sure if you knew what it was saying.
Okay.
Can Buhd try drawing in the dirt? I guess.
The what?
The dirt.
What do you
The
want
ground.
to do? What do you want to do with the dirt? I'm sorry.
But can Buhd try to draw something in the dirt?
Oh, sure.
Okay. But Buhd will try to draw the word friend, I guess. For now.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure something for Buhd to do.
Would you like that to be your action for the turn, or are you going to do something else for your turn?
I guess it could be an assistance to either Benjamin or Bladebeard in technicality.
Sure, if off the top of my mind it would have been an extremely difficult flashy roll, because it doesn't know how to read common, but sure.
Well, Buhd doesn't know that.
Sure, you are assisting Benjamin or Bladebeard?
We'll go with Bladebeard for now, because he's trying to get it to calm down with Bladebeard.
Okay. Tomo will try something. Let me roll Tomo's flashy. Everyone hears Tomo say something. Benjamin, you realize that he's trying to speak Talassian. He says, "We frenus, we frem, we frum." He can't get the pronunciation quite right, but the idea gets across. Tomo will get an advantage.
Alright.
Friends is Tomo's advantage. Benjamin, it's your turn.
So, Buhd is caught in its mouth, right?
Bladebeard's leg.
Okay. I'm not sure if this counts as like creating advantage or if it's just a random action that helped. try to keep insisting for everyone to stand down.
How? Like,
Uh,
gesticulating?
Yeah, just gesticulating.
Give me a flashy. Let's see how well you're understood.
Not well at all.
It not only does it not look like you're trying to urge everyone to calm down, it looks like you're trying to smack the Drake and failing. So,
Okay.
I would say that counts as your action, like trying to create an advantage. Would you agree?
Yeah, makes sense.
And since you failed that miserably, you do create an advantage, but
Just not for me.
Exactly. Hostile intent, I'll call it. Dragon's turn. I guess it will try to smack you on the ground, Bladebeard. Like, still holding your leg in its mouth, it will try to, like, smack you on the ground. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, like, throw you on the ground. It'll do a forceful.
So he let me go and throw me.
No, he did not. He's still holding on, but he's like, you know that like Hulk gif of like him smacking Loki, basically something.
Yeah. What can I do here? How do I defend from that? Let me think. I don't know. I try to like, I don't know, like grab his head, like make it so he. No, that wouldn't work. I would like. Can I? I can't like dodge the ground, right?
You are still in its jaw.
Yeah. Can I like take off my boot or whatever he's holding onto, or is he like? Are his
Take off your
feet-
pants, Bladebeard.
That sounds like a careful defense. Let's see if it goes well, Johnson.
All right, I roll careful, right?
That's the way you're describing it. How do you take 3 points of damage?
Press.
Sure. You manage to untie your belt buckle, and just as he's about to throw him, you fall out of your pants and your left boot instead. However, because it's a rough landing, you do take a little bit of damage, but you are free from its jaw.
All right, and I'm missing a boot or my pants?
Both.
Both. Great.
Satya, she's silent, so she really can't do much.
Can I have a turn?
Oh right, it is your turn. I'm so sorry. Yeah, your turn.
Although I don't know what to do. Yeah, I'll.
First of all, before you do anything, can you give me a careful? Just as you're landing and like your head is ringing from the impact, you suddenly detect the presence of the jewel thief several miles to the west.
Oh, by the makers.
You can't say that.
Yeah, I think that. Well, I'm gonna ignore that for now, and I'm gonna. I have ideas, but they would be approaches I'm not good at. Yeah, I'm gonna take out the hourglass and I don't know, play Kizistraza's roar.
Okay, interesting.
Can I do it without talking?
Yeah, definitely. The hourglass functions, strangely enough, on a more telepathic link than you expected. That sounds to me like you're rolling a flashy advantage. Would you agree?
Yeah, that's very flashy. Yeah.
Give me a flashy. You do manage to get the dragon's attention, as well as probably like the entire local area, because it's a very loud roar. Everyone hears this. The dragon momentarily stops in its tracks. Do you have a name for the advantage?
Dragon roar.
Sure. Satea's turn. Before Satea's turn, I think you guys have a chance at diplomacy, because the dragon will momentarily release the silence spell on you guys. However, you see Satea is about to take hostile action. You have like a few seconds to try to like diplomatically calm the situation down. Everyone, like, the silence is released from everyone.
But we'll belly flop her. That's all I'm gonna say.
Buhd will
Is that
belly.
what you want Buhd to belly flop?
It's your call. I'm joking.
I had more the idea of a belly bump like Iroh from Avatar. He like runs up and belly bumps her to stop.
Well, again, what's happening is Satea will unleash a spell in a couple of seconds. But I guess you're trying to intercept her?
Yes.
Give me a quick. Let's see what happens. Satea would finish her spell before you get to her.
I would like to use a fate point.
What are you invoking?
I will invoke Friend Till the End, because Buhd wants to befriend this guy.
Sure. But I will invoke Hostile Intent, the advantage Benjamin created against his will, to mitigate that.
I'm gonna use another fate point then. I will invoke. I will invoke Pirate Captain.
How does that help you?
Because Buhd sees everyone here as his crew. He wants to make sure that nobody attacks each other.
Okay. Including the dragon. Okay. Understood. So, in these like couple of seconds, as like the dragon releases the silence spell, you'll see from the corner of your eye Satea prepare a spell to attack the dragon with. But how do you stop her? Do you tackle her? What do you do?
He runs over and not like pushes her hard, but like I say, like pushes her to the ground, maybe like to stop her, like an interrupt.
Oof! She falls to the ground, and the dragon looks specifically at the quote-unquote elves, like back and forth between all the quote-unquote elves, and says in Thalassian, "Magic users must face judgment. Come with me, elves. Will not warn again."
Yeah, I think the usual thing stands. He wants us to come with to judge us or something.
Okay. Let's try not to war with dragons.
Can we at least like ride on his back, not in his claws?
Let me try to ask. I tried to ask exactly that.
Give me a flashy. No, I will not mate with you.
Okay. Did I understand that?
I think you know the swear word in Thalassian, so sure. But you don't understand that because the dragon said that
No,
in
I was gonna
Thalassian.
say why it sound upset. What do you say?
I just have a nasty reaction on my face. And I
Yeah.
turn to Bladebeard and say, he said no.
Fine. Let me just get dressed first.
The dragon moves to grab you, not caring that you need to get dressed. Well, also, he doesn't know that you said that.
All right,
Okay.
I'll accept that.
Okay. Benjamin and Bladebeard are in its front paws, and with one of its back paws, it tries to grab Satea. Satea looks at you, Bladebeard, like what should she do?
I don't know. I guess we are going with the dragon.
Sure. Then she allows herself to get caught in its back claw, and the dragon will lift off, leaving Buhd and Tomo behind, unless they want to do something.
Hello? Dragon?
Ah, we're safe, finally, says Tomo.
Our friends aren't.
Oh, yes, so the dragon thinks they're elf magic users, and, I can understand its apprehension. Well,
You think everyone else?
Yes, it thinks Mr. Benjamin, Captain Bladebeard, and the human lady are elves. It should be easy
Okay,
enough
good.
to. It should be easy enough to prove their innocence. They just have to prove they're not elves. I think, probably.
We should probably go after them.
Very well. Above board, you can clearly see the dragon flying at much higher speeds than you'd ever be able to catch up to. But at least you know the general direction.
Well, it looks like it's gonna take us some time unless we can muster some flappy mounts.
Oh, that's just silly, Buhd. Well, suppose we have a ways to go.
All right. Well, I guess we better start getting our feet moving then. Hopefully they have a good time. Maybe they have snacks. Dragon snacks. That sounds good.
Do you think the captain has ever tasted Warp Stalker?
Maybe. I don't know. He eats a lot of things that Buhd does and doesn't. Maybe he eat lizard. That is a lizard, right?
Ah, yes, I believe so. Well, it's an invisible hunter that hunts spellcasters.
That sounds kind of tasty.
Very dangerous. I hope you'll be able to defend me if we stumble across one.
Oh, little Buhd is very strong. So, let's get moving and, yeah.
Right. And Tomo will go with you. But Benjamin and Bladebeard, what are you guys doing now that you've been picked up and you clearly see that Buhd and Tomo are being left behind?
Take care of my boots.
Give me a flashy to see if you're heard. Buhd, do you think that will be enough for you to hear what Bladebeard said?
What did Bladebeard?
Take care of my boots.
Oh yeah, but Buhd would grab them. I think you'd grab.
Well, would you? Do you think you would have heard that with Bladebeard's flashy roll?
Would Buhd see that they're on the ground?
You may careful. Yeah.
I mean, Bud's done this before with Benjamin, so he'd probably just instinctively take up their belongings and put them in his pocket.
Sure thing. Benjamin, Bladebeard, anything else?
Are my hands free?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna pull out the card.
First off, give me a careful to see if you're capable of doing that, because
Alright.
your bag is like restrained, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Okay, you are. Would you like to do the honors, or should I?
Sure, you roll.
Okay.
What number do I even roll? How many cards are there?
D15. It's a 15 cards. So you,
Alright. You can
Okay.
roll.
This is gonna end really bad.
Okay. Bladebeard, you draw you draw this card, and immediately as you draw it, you see it like start fading and disappearing from your hands. But you instinctively know what this card does, and this will apply to any card that you draw. This is basically an undo button. You can anything that's like happened recently, and you can also save this up. You can just undo, like an unfavorable roll, you can undo it, or like something unfavorable, undo it. Even like drawing an unfavorable card, you can undo, and you can save this up until you use it. That was one of the positive outcomes.
Alright. Can I undo only my actions or other people's as well?
Other people's as well.
Oh, amazing. Alright.
And the card fades away, but you understand what its ability is.
Bladebeard looks confused.
And yes, I did say that, like, you can, like, say you draw an unfavorable card from the deck, you can undo that with this saved up undo button. It is saved up until you use it.
And would the unfavorable card go back to the deck?
Yes. Because it's an undo button, not a remove negative consequences button.
Should I draw another card? Huh, guys? And undo it if it's bad?
You know what? Go for it. I don't care anymore.
Yeah, sure. Believe it's kind of
I have a bad feeling about this.
like, what the hell was that? I thought that these cards were supposed to be magical. I draw another one.
Would you like me to do the honors, or would you like to do them yourself?
Yeah, you do it.
Okay. Okay. This is a bizarre one. Like, it's bizarre in the sense that I never envisioned it would be used while you're moving at high speeds midair.
Oh no.
Amazing.
Oh
Alright.
no.
I'll have to do a couple more additional rolls. Would you like to do them, Bladebeard, or shall I do them?
You do them. By the way, are you
What have you done? What have you done,
Are you-
Bladebeard?
Are you showing the card on the screen or
Oh, my bad. Give me a second.
because I don't see anything?
Well, actually, I'll show it after I finish the rolls, because
Alright.
that's more fitting, I think.
Sure.
Okay, interesting. I need to do another roll. Give me a second. Okay. The card that you drew is this one. A semi-permanent portal will open up, and according to the dice that I rolled, it will open like midair. You'll fly past it as it opens, and it leads to the Blade's Edge Mountains.
Wonderful.
Time to go visit Rexar.
It's the cosmic equivalent of Think Global Act Local, because it's the zone right next door.
All right.
You see, what you see is you draw this card, and again it fades in your hands, and you see this semi-permanent permanent portal open mid-air, and you see a landscape of incredibly jagged mountains and like impaled dragons and such, but you fly right past it.
I look at Benjamin.
Benjamin, you also see this.
I guess he looks horrified. Like, what the hell is going on? Are we about to be impaled in those spikes too?
Again, you fly past the portal.
Oh, so we don't actually enter the portal?
Nope.
Okay. Then it's less horrifying.
Now there's just a portal mid-air that leads to the Blade's Edge Mountains. Semi-permanent one. Like, it's permanent unless it gets dispelled, if that basically.
I'm sure someone will handle that.
Yeah, these cards are useless. I pull another one.
Okay. Would you like to do the honors, or shall I?
Sure, I'll do it. What roll?
How many cards are?
15, right?
Yep.
The card that Bladebeard will draw now will be Death, and it just kills Bladebeard.
Yeah, at this point, he's just like, I'm gonna grab all of them.
Slash roll D15, right?
Yep. Slash roll space D50.
Second to last.
Okay. I need to roll another dice.
I'm very worried.
Okay. Bladebeard. This is the card that you drew. Regalia. And as the card fades from your hands, in your hand will be a very powerful artifact that's filled with holy magic.
Like a weapon, or?
I haven't determined. Let me do. Let me do a roll. No, not a weapon, not a piece of armor. It's a trinket. Let's see. It's probably like. Yeah, if it's holy, it will probably be a librum. You see this book appear in place of the card. A book just positively glowing with holy magic, and both you, and because you're apparently magically attuned, and Benjamin, who's nearby, can sense the very potent holy magic emanating from it. You have to determine what it does.
Oi, Benjamin, I got a book.
Where did you get it from?
It doesn't matter. I have it, and it's magic.
Okay.
But I have both of my arms free, right?
Yep.
I like open the book and look at it.
I can't read.
Yeah, you see it filled with glyphs and symbols that you cannot really understand, but you also feel its holy aura envelop you. I think what it will do is every session, like you can use it once per session, and you will receive a temporary shield, like that will act as like an advantage that you get 2 charges of. Okay?
So it doesn't need to actually read it?
No, the magic just infuses him.
Then what's the point of it being a book with like letters?
I mean, it probably has some contents in it.
Fair enough.
But yeah, Benjamin and Bladebeard, you see like a glow of light surround you, and suddenly you feel like this glow will protect you, Bladebeard, from whatever.
Oh, it's the Holy Book of the Light.
I think there's plenty of those.
So every session, for whoever holds this book and opens it, they get 2 charges of a divine shield, basically.
Whoa. I'm a paladin now. Finally.
Sort of.
Lyri needs to mana tap this book.
Oh,
That's
she already mana tapped the paladin.
Oh, right, she did. Yeah.
So far, you have gotten, Bladebeard, 2 positive outcomes and a neutral outcome, significantly thinning the deck.
Is it safe to assume it's 5/5/5?
No.
Okay.
Or I'm gonna leave the deck for now and just keep the book.
Sure. You now have a holy book in your arms, and you, like, it's kind of hard to explain, but basically, you continue sensing the presence of the jewel thief, and eventually you overshoot her.
Oh, Lyri. Yeah.
But you're far above in the skies. Although, to be fair, you are glowing.
All right, I'll keep an eye for her if I can see her.
I mean, you are overshooting her, so like with the guidance of the presence in your mind, you are able to tell where Lyri is. But you are like flying by her.
But the dragon doesn't?
You are pretty high in the air, I'll say that.
Oh, Benjamin. I guess Lyri is back and she's somewhere under us.
What? That's absurd.
What can I say? But yeah, she's apparently somewhere here amongst these purple rocks.
And speaking of, shall we check up on Lyri?
Sounds good to me.
Lyri, as you find yourself like suddenly dismissed from the middle of the combat, you feel yourself thrown once again through the twisting nether, and you land on the exact same spot where you teleported from in the first place, but now with a bunch of broken ribs and other injuries. No ethereals nearby, although you do see the remnants of your little dust circle. And you do get the inkling that you can be summoned again at a moment's notice.
Yep.
So what's up?
Lyri's just lying there on the ground.
Rough day.
Yeah. Back here. Can't believe it.
Can you give me a careful?
Sure.
You think you see like a moving star in the sky, but that
She doesn't
sounds-
care.
That also just sounds absurd.
She doesn't care at all.
Understandable.
Well, I guess I just wait for the wildlife to come and eat me. Lord Ambasaro, thousands of years of noble blood has led me to this moment. The next fucking ogre I'm gonna see, I'm gonna fucking kill. I can't stand these people. Great. Lyri just kind of rolls on her side and kind of spits out a nasty globule of blood.
And it also hurts because some of your ribs are broken.
Yep. I could just wait here until they summon me again. It might take a while though.
Also above board, back on Azeroth, it's getting pretty late. I don't think you've really eaten today also.
Yep. Oh well. Looks like I'm going hungry. No matter. Whatever happens, happens. Lyri just kind of closes her eyes and tries to fall asleep.
I'm gonna compel Lyri. I'm gonna compel her military bloodline. I mean, she still has some, pride in, her, I guess, lineage. So she's not gonna just sit there and lie, and she's gonna do something.
Nope.
No?
I reject your compel.
Then you lose one of your fate points.
That's fine. Couldn't get much worse than this. But when I get back in there, I'm gonna kill that ogre. Although, I feel like that contract is still in effect. Maybe there could be a way I could use that to get back. Although I can't think of anything. Oh well.
Above board, Lyri. Sorry, I stumbled over my words. Basically, we're gonna roll on a slightly different version if you're just like gonna lie there of the random encounter table, because some things may stumble upon you, but there's also a chance that nothing will. Okay. Oh, this is okay. 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 Lyri, as you're just sort of lying there, you start feeling the ground shake slightly.
Okay.
Let me know if you do anything or not.
I mean, she has broken ribs and the ground she's lying on is shaking. I think she's kind of writhing in pain right now, not doing anything.
Sure. And you will then hear this sound.
Oh no, bro. Oh no.
This is horrible. Isn't this like the worst thing that could happen?
Yep.
Okay.
That's great.
And you feel a gigantic shadow, you see a gigantic shadow move over the landscape as it continues shaking.
Lyri kind of tries to open her eyes and see what's up.
Oh, you immediately see it. No roll required. What looks to be a gigantic robot, for lack of a better term, just wandering the area. and it seems to be going probably by coincidence in your direction.
Lucky me. At least this will keep the warp stalkers at bay. Lyri just kind of lies back down and tries to kind of shuffle into like any nearby crevice she can just lie in.
Give me a sneaky.
Huh? Why isn't it coming through? Oh, okay, 8.
The thing walking still in your direction, you can clearly tell that it has not detected you, because it's not looking in your way in any way, shape or form, but it just steps right over you as it continues walking. You are very lucky. Above board, the Fell River has a forceful of 14.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
It's twice as strong as Buhd.
Yep. I suppose. You would immediately sense that not only is this just a gigantic robot, it's also trimming with fell magic.
Do you want to mana tap it?
No.
I mean, you are hungry.
She doesn't care.
Hey, if we compel her 2 times, she has to do it.
Oh.
It's just bullying at this point.
But yeah, you do see it walk away, not heading to any specific landmarks. It just seems to be on a weird patrol of the area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, Lyri just lies there and waits for something to happen.
Mm-hmm. And I think we should check up on Buhd and Tamal, because Buhd and Tamal may very possibly stumble upon Lyri, because Lyri is in their way, but maybe they'll overstep and not see her. Who knows? Skoll, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
Do you talk with Tamal about anything while you're on your way, or should we just go ahead and roll on the table?
I'd say at most Buhd is just humming while they were running. Because, he's looking for a lot of things right now. Like, maybe the dragon's dropped. Maybe the dragon isn't in the same direction anymore. Buhd doesn't know that, so.
For the moment, what looked like, as you watch the dragon depart, it almost seems like a bright light came from it, but that just sounds bizarre.
Man, dragons, go really fast, apparently.
Yes. Do you think the captain will be alive by the time we get there? Why don't we just return to Stormwind?
We can't leave without Benjamin and Bladebeard. And, I guess, Spooky Ghost Lady.
Well, sure, but if they're already dead, no sense in,
Well, we don't leave friends behind, them all. If they are dead, Buhd will be very sad. But, we're gonna go rescue them before that happens.
Very well. I just hope we don't run into any minions of my former employer.
I hope we don't run into anything bad either. We've had really bad luck lately.
Right. Speaking of luck, would you like me to roll?
Yep.
Okay. You know what the fucked up thing is?
What?
I did mention that Lyri rolled on an altered table. 12 on the altered table was the Fell Reaver. 11 on the normal table is...
Awesome.
Okay, so you hear this sound as you feel the ground shake.
What that?
Not good. And immediately, it's very easy to spot. This thing is not stealthy in any way, shape, or form. You see this gigantic robot coincidentally walking in your direction.
What's its sneaky?
0.
Okay, we should probably go.
Hide.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Give me a sneaky, and Tamal will also roll.
I'm dead. That's Bud's worst trait.
Okay.
What?
Okay. Let's see what the Fell Reaver thinks.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
This is
Why do you want
awesome.
Bud to die?
Because I've been dying this whole episode. Finally, time to shed the pain.
Okay.
Gee.
You see it. You can clearly tell that it's locked on your position, as it's just like posture changes, and it no longer is just like walking, trampling. It's actively running for you, Bud and Tamal.
I really wish I used my cannon, not on worms now. Down to run.
Run, says Tamal as well.
Okay, I'm going.
Okay. The Fell Reaver is a bit of a unique encounter because it can literally one-shot everyone, but it has to get into range first. So I need a quick roll from Bud and Tamal, and we'll oppose it with the Fell Reaver.
Okay, this is how Bud dies, everyone. Good night, everyone. Bud's going fast as fuck.
Alright, I need to roll for Tamal too. Sorry.
Oh no.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay, Bud, you clearly make progress, and Tamal says, "You go on ahead, Captain. I don't think I'll make it."
What? Tamal, don't give up.
You see that he's running as fast as he can, but he just can't make it.
Tamal!
What do you do, Bud?
Oh, man. I want to save Tamal, but, like, I don't think I can help him. And if I do help him, Bud's gonna die. Oh, man. I don't... These odds are bad. These odds are really bad. Bud's character would totally save him. Try to save him, though. Oh, man.
I'm going to compel you, Skoll.
What are you compelling?
Save him.
Okay, good.
Friends till the end.
Friends till the end. All right, Bud will try to race back and grab Tamal.
Okay. So here's one. I almost took it from Benjamin. Sorry. Here's one of Bladebeard's fate points.
I was gonna do it anyways, so this works out for me.
I think you're gonna need it.
I'm gonna need it, but Bud's gonna die.
Okay. Since you gave up on your speed advantage to like keep pace with Tamal, the Fell Reaver closes in on you. I'm gonna need another quick roll.
Okay. I'm gonna probably be using fate points crazy now.
No, the Fell Reaver rolled badly. Let's see for Tamal.
Tamal, stop rolling back. Okay.
Okay. I will spend my one fate point for the scene on Tamal to improve Tamal's roll.
Okay.
Okay. You start gaining distance from the Fell Reaver as it has a bit of trouble, like negotiating with the rough terrain that it's hunting you on. I'm gonna need another quick. Like if you succeed in beating it, you will be scot-free. But if not, you know.
Might reroll. I am going to reroll.
The 2 is Tamal, the 9 is the Fell Reaver.
I figure. Yeah, I will use a fate point to reroll.
What are you invoking?
And I will be invoking friend till the end.
How does that help you?
He wants to get his friends and himself out of there.
Sure, feel free to give me a reroll.
Come on. Son of a-
Oh no.
Oh
I mean, you can reroll again, right?
I can, but I will invoke another reroll.
I will mention, just before you do, that the Fell River has not caught you yet. It would just mean that it's closing in.
Okay, I won't reroll. I'll say.
Okay. Then let's do another quick off.
Okay.
And let me roll for tomorrow too. Okay.
Damn.
The Fell River will catch up to Tomo, but you will be able to get ahead.
Tomorrow.
You see the... Go ahead.
Throw him with something, I don't know. Put him on. Try to be squished.
You see
Look, I tried to say...
You see the Fell River about to strike. Do you do anything, or shall we go through with this?
Is there anything I can even do? I mean, I can try to... Because he'd have to race back and throw him, and then Buhd would be in the vicinity. I don't know. This is hard. Because I've tried saving him now.
Some could fallacy, Skoll.
What do? I don't know what to do. This is bad. I don't want them all to die.
He might not. Who knows?
Dude needs to teleport.
Maybe he'll get like Tom and Jerry squished. He'll be able to, come back like a little pancake.
I don't think that's how that works.
He's made of magic. Maybe he's just built different. But no, should totally go back and translate them.
I like the emotional scene. And I don't think there's much I can do in the first place.
Okay. Then let's see what happens.
I feel really bad.
First,
I would like to compel Skoll Shorties again.
Oh, great.
And I'm gonna say this time you have to save him.
what aspect are you compelling?
Friends till the end.
I will say, this might inform your decision. The time it takes for the Fell Reaver to squish them all might be enough for you to get away. That might inform your decision on whether to accept this compel.
Alright. Buhd's gonna try to save Tomo again. If this kills Buhd, you guys know what you did. Alright. Buhd's gonna try to save Tomo again.
No, but Buhd's gonna have a really cool scene where he grabs the Fell Reaver's foot and
He lifts it up like in Metal
Yeah.
Gear Rising.
Okay. So what happens is you are able to outrun the Fell Reaver, but you see Tomo, for whatever reason, is lagging behind. And the Fell Reaver catches up to Tomo. What do you do?
Buhd will... this is hard. How do I do this? Is Buhd able to run up to Tomo and grab him?
Yep.
Okay, then I will do that, and I will have Buhd grab him and start running with him again.
Well, unfortunately, you are within range of the Fell Reaver, so it will make its attack.
Oh crap.
Okay, I guess it will be attacking you, Buhd. How would you be defending yourself from it trying to smush you with its fist?
Buhd will try to roll to the side of it, I guess. Then. Oh god.
That sounds like a quick defense.
Don't worry, it's only an average rose skull.
Yeah, that is the average roll.
I'm dead, guys. It's been
Bladebeard, use your card out of nowhere, please.
Okay, how do you take 10 points of damage?
I'll miss you guys. Let's see. 10? Yeah, I would have to be a 4 and a 6 consequence win.
Yep, pretty much. Okay.
Yeah.
Your level 4 will be smashed, pretty much. Your level
Yeah.
6
Oh man.
will be broken bones all over. I think you would drop Tamo.
Oh no. Couldn't throw him away. It's no use.
It's your turn, bud.
But doesn't Bud have broken bones right now? Can he still move?
Within reason, yeah. It's your turn to act.
Okay, it's my turn to compel Buhd.
Compelling me. Okay, what
Yeah.
do you do?
I'm gonna compel his friends forever, but for a different reason. If he gets squished here, Bladebeard and Benjamin will be in danger.
Bladebeard never gets boots back.
If you want.
Yeah, he's got his boots back, man. But Bud, groaning in pain, will try to get back up and start running away from the Fell Reaper, very painfully.
Well, do you accept Benjamin's compel?
To get up and find Benjamin and Bladebeard.
I admit I was sort of dozing off for a bit. Benjamin, was that your compel? Thompshire?
Yeah, essentially.
To get up and find
Yeah.
him. Okay. Here.
But Bud will get back up, I guess.
Okay. Here's a fate point. That sounds like you're trying to create a quick advantage. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I guess that sounds about right.
Then give me a quick, please.
Oh man.
You do and get 2 charges on it with that big of a difference. What would you like it to be called?
I'll call it the Runaway.
Okay. Tomo on his turn will also try to create an advantage for running away, but in a different direction.
Bud respects that.
Yeah, and he does get the advantage. Forever escapee is Tomo's thing. Okay. Since you guys went in different directions, the Fell Reaver will roll a d2 to see whom it will follow. 1 is Tomo, 2 is Buhd.
No.
Okay.
Hey, at least Tamo will be safe.
Okay, Skoll. I will need a quick from you to see if you manage to evade the Fell Reaver.
Alright.
Okay. You do start gaining distance from it. Tomo is for the moment safe, so he won't need to roll. And I will need another roll to see if you manage to get away from it.
Okay.
Tie on an overcome. Well, in this case, we'll say that you go at the same speed, unless you want to just like spend stuff or not.
I would like to spend a fate point.
What are you invoking?
Former warlord.
How does that help?
Bud has grappled with death before, and he is not letting that overtake him now.
Sure. With that, with like the pure desperation just driving you, you probably just like focus on running and running and running and running. And when you turn back, you do see the Fell Reaver in the distance, but it appears to have walked in a different direction. Yeah, you do hurt all over.
I gotta find Benjamin Bladebeard. Oh.
Do you guys think it's a good spot to end today's session?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I had death music playing and everything. Never mind.
Yep, you did get a bit lucky towards the end there, but Tomo was really the one who dragged you down.
I know. But I had to save him. I was already kind of like, It's in Bud's character to save this guy.
Funny enough, like again, like average for like a random person everywhere is like a 2, and Tomal has a quick of 3, so he's somewhat quicker than the average person, just not quick enough to dodge a giant Fell Reaver.
I am glad that Bud is still alive. He's just not doing so great.
It was touch and go, genuinely. But yeah, thoughts on today's session?
Well, it got real tense at the end there.
Yeah, I thought that it would be more like, oh, I found Lyri. Hi Lyri. Not running from a Fell Reaver.
Yep. Indeed. And I really can't believe the luck that like the two of you like met a Fell Reaver like right after the other. Probably meaning that it's the same Fell Reaver.
Mm-hmm.
Can we like stay as a group for 1 minute?
Are
Together?
are there Fell Reavers in Netherstorm, like in game?
Yep.
Didn't know that.
Like 2 of the screenshots Skoll sent me have Fell Reavers.
I think that
There-
was a bad omen.
Yeah, there was a Fell Reaver area. I used it for that. There's literally like a row of Fell Reavers somewhere in the storm. So yeah, fun.
Yeah, fun. But also, Zelris especially, what did you think of your part of the session?
Not what I expected. I think Lyri's a bit upset about it, but you know, it's interesting.
Understandable.
Although, I think this will make her less cooperative, if anything. I think she's very pissed off about this.
Also understandable. But, yeah. You are now the Warlock Minion of Golgamash. Congratulations.
Thanks.
And above board, the times he will summon you will probably be semi-random. Like, I'll probably have to roll dice to see when and if he summons you.
Okay.
So, like, when you're summoning a demon, you're just pulling someone from the Twisting Nether and not necessarily a demon? Or is this just some random mass craziness?
It's usually more targeted, like you would know that you're summoning like an imp or something like that, or at least you would know like the appropriate power level of the thing, if not the actual thing you're summoning, I guess. But what happened was basically at the exact same time Lyri was teleporting there, that was the exact same moment this ogre was summoning a demon. And because of the like hedge wizard way the warlock used its magic, it wound up trapping Lyri.
Fair enough.
Basically, the grotto is built like in a small nexus of arcane energies, and that's what drew Lyri's teleportation there, and that's why the warlock was summoning stuff there. Pretty much that. But yeah. Again, Zelris, there are definitely ways for you to break free out of that contract. Probably not from the Netherstorm, though. We'll see.
Oh yeah, that's to be expected. Lyri just gotta think and plot for the next time she gets summoned.
Yep. What are your guys' thoughts as well?
I think that first part with Lyri was very fun. You know, she wanted to sell ogres to slavery, and now she's a slave to an ogre. That's kind of ironic.
Ironic and karma.
Yeah. Also, I have no comments on the dwarf character.
Bladebeard Jr.
You should have a comment or two. I don't know. Maybe
Some
child
explaining
support?
to do.
I don't know. Maybe a visit. I don't know.
Nope. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
How many Bladebeard children NPCs do you have made?
As many as the plot demands.
Fair enough. we need one episode where we just meet like Bladebeard descendants.
It's, you know how, like the way I'm thinking it is, you know how in like other fantasies franchises, so not Warcraft, but like dwarves have a bunch of cousins and like big clans of like distant relatives. That's sort of the way I'm envisioning it.
That's fair. So there's a clan of Bladebeards out there.
That
It could be like-
Bladebeard is unaware of.
He could be his nephew. Doesn't necessarily need to be his son.
No, he looks just like you. You can't run away from that.
He has a pretty good quick, so he can run away.
Suppose so. Yeah, it's kind of funny that most of the Netherstorm part of the session was determined by random rolls of the dice. Because you guys meeting the Nether Drake was random. The Fell River was also random. Yeah.
The cards were random.
Also true.
Yeah, I opened a portal and I have a book.
And an undo button.
Oh yeah, that as well.
That
Me
you
Would
getting my ass kicked
question,
is
that is a good
random.
question. Would the undo button have saved Buhd if Buhd died? I wanted to know that if that was an answer or not.
only if Bladebeard knows about it and like acts within like a minute or so of it happening.
Oh, so never mind then. Buhd would have been dead. That would have been.
You should have just took the Lyri route. I didn't have to run away.
What do you mean the Lyri route? I didn't get a Lyri route. I immediately got noticed.
I mean, Zelris Buhd has a sneaky of 0 versus your 8.
He could have probably, lied down.
I mean, he did try to roll sneaky and failed.
Oh,
I got a 2. That's probably like the highest thing I can get. I'm pretty sure. As Buhd sneaky, I think.
no, you can get a 4 if you get
I
a
can get a
critical
4.
hit.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
you can potentially get a 4. The Fell River has a careful of 6, so it would have to get at least 2 or 3 minuses. Not impossible.
well, that's fortunate, I guess. But yeah, but Buhd got out of there at least. He's got a lot of broken bones and all that, but at least he got out of there. And Tamal's alive still, to Buhd's knowledge. So hey, double
But-
positive.
To Bud's knowledge.
To Buhd's knowledge, Tamal might have been killed by something else or chased down by the Fell Reaver, but yeah.
We will see, pretty much. Well, I do know what happened to him, but we will see. Also, yeah, Lyri, because you are currently resting, your stress and level 2 consequence will go away.
Mm-hmm. Still doesn't shake off the embarrassment of getting my ass kicked by a random.
By Bladebeard's 32nd son.
Yeah.
Speaking of DoomGoblin, would you call being in a dragon's claw resting?
I don't know. Would you?
I don't know. Bladebeard is a pirate. I think he's slept in worse places.
Yeah, but he has no boots on. He's gonna get
Yeah,
cold feet.
I also have a holy book. Maybe that's healing me.
It's protecting you, not healing you.
Oh, alright.
Well, not
Well,
as far as you know.
that's what blankets do. They protect you from the monsters or whatever. I don't know.
Hmm. I'm going to
Yeah,
roll
but
a
his
di-
feet are cold.
I'm going to roll a dice to be more subjective. One is it's a chance to rest. 2 is it's not. It is a chance to rest. I did roll a 1, so your stress also goes away.
Great.
Okay. But also, Zelris, what's your perspective on the events of the Netherstorm? Like, also the like the Fell Reaver and the Nether Dragon, etc.
What, like out of character?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, I guess. I like seeing people almost die. It's very fun. But it's cool, I guess. I mean, I don't really have much I guess investment in the Nether Dragon because it's not really part of my character's plan right now. But it's cool that they managed to find the Nether Dragon like pretty fast.
Sure, not in perhaps the way they were intending, but sure. Okay. Yeah, this was a very fun session. Next session will also be very interesting, I think. Anything else before we go into our usual shoutouts?
Don't think so.
Okay. If not, then dear viewers, thank you again for watching and listening to us. Let's see what these people are up to. I just rolled some dice, and the dice say that Thompshire should go ahead first and talk about himself and what he's doing. Can you please go ahead, Thompshire?
Sure. You can find me on Twitter and YouTube as just Thompshire, and I've been just kind of sort of just posting renders lately. As I've been saying for like what a couple of months at this point. Maybe a new machinima at some point. Who knows? I don't know.
Who knows indeed. Thank you very much, Thompshire. Next, according to the dice, we would have DoomGoblin. Can you please go ahead and introduce and talk about yourself rather?
Yeah, I was DoomGoblin. I draw stuff. I've been drawing a lot of dragons recently. That's probably already done when this when this episode comes out.
Yeah, it will air in September.
Yeah, we are in the past. But yeah, I probably drew something else. Or maybe I didn't. But you can check it out on my Twitter and other sites. But Twitter is like my main one, let's say.
Do check DoomGoblin out to find out. You can see examples of his artwork on screen. Thank you very much, DoomGoblin. Next, we would have the summoned demon herself, Zelris. Can you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you are doing?
My name is Zelris, and I make World of Warcraft art and machinima. And it's on Twitter and YouTube. And that's about it.
Just a reminder for everyone, Zelris was the one who made the fancy render of the Nether Dragon, and she also made a few other fancy renders of Nether Dragons that we'll probably show off in the next session, probably. Who knows? So do check her out. Thank you once again, Zelris. Next, we will have the owner of the channel you are watching this on, Skoll. Can you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you're doing?
Yep. Considering this is from the future, as it is for us, I guess, technically. Probably by the time that you are watching this, my machinima episode should be out. So look forward to that, present people. And expect some lore videos too. As always, I make WoW stuff, WoW lore videos, machinimas, all that jazz, which you can find on YouTube and Twitter. But yeah, you can expect some stuff coming out, hopefully by now, I would think. So yeah.
Thank you very much, Skoll. Thank you. Do check him out. And I was your dungeon master, game master, Teeironor. I do this series, which is a lot of fun, and I also do another series that's set in a homebrew universe with a different bunch of lovely people that's also a lot of fun, called Legacy of the Rimlin. I recommend you check it out. But other than that, thank you once again, dear viewers, for watching and listening to us. the Netherstorm arc continues. We'll continue next time on Sir Thompshire's channel, and we'll see you there. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
See you.
Bye bye.
Hiya!